my microphone so quiet? It's really quiet, isn't it? What's going on? Hello? Why is it this quiet? It's that quiet, right? I know, yeah, you are quiet. Huh? It's been 2 weeks. We've had weird issues. Gain is down. No, no, gain's back up. Audio debugging part 2. Check this. Oh no, that's the first place to check. This is try screaming. Oh, actually, I have to close the window. That was a really almost calm. It's good. All right. No, that was a full yell. That was not good. Huh. Test? Oh. I mean, no. Sounds like it's coming from a different mic. Well, shit, you might be onto something. Hold on. No, it's this mic. No, it's definitely this mic. Small man trapped inside. What is that Rob thing? Huh. 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 Rob Bryden, that's the one. Alec, how's it going? Try reconnecting your wires. I mean, I guess. Why is every stream like this? Sorry, I'm gonna mute this so you don't hear like noise. That did shit. Wait. No, I'm just gonna crank the gain, okay? Hold on. All right. My bad. That was. I'm very scared to talk. Unsubscribed. Okay. Can you back away from your audio device? Because I'm not okay, hold on. I'm just gonna put it lower because I'm whispering. We honestly have the ASMR stream. Do you know what's cool? Do you know what's really cool? It's back to the normal setting. It's back to where it was. It's a bit loud. But like I just put the knob back where it was. I increased the gain and then I lowered the gain and I think we're in normal now. Is this normal? Are we all normal today? How's everyone doing? It's September 18th, 2025. Do we do the intro again? Hold on, we'll do the intro again. You know the bit. It's a funny bit. We'll just do the intro again. Yeah, super normal, this intro. Hey, welcome back to Métropole Grid. My name is Andre. Thank you so much for tuning in. September 18th, 2025. The 8 got me confused there. If you're noticing that the audio is a bit reverby in this room, it is because it is. There's just like not a lot of furniture in the space, a lot of white walls. And so the audio sounds like that in the space. And so it goes into the microphone and then you hear that. I need to fix it, but that means I need to put furniture in the space. And I kind of like it like this. I kind of like just being in a white room with a table and lights. On that note, I got some new lights coming in. You'll see them maybe next stream. They're going to be good because right now a bit of Rembrandt lighting. It's okay. D, made it just in time. D, how you doing? Hopefully you're well. It's been a busy week, huh? Netrunner stuff and all that. Trapped in a white cube from hit Canadian film Cub from Cube. For those who watched Cube and didn't think it was a Canadian film, did you not pick up any of the hints? It was so obvious. Get some giant cloth promo prints of Netrunner arts. They need to be thick. I think like putting thin curtains don't do nothing, really. I have a window here on my left, and it has like those paper descending like curtains from IKEA, so those don't do anything. There's a big old closet over there with the doors this thick. Like it's just the audio in here is not good. Cube is Canadian, super Canadian. No, I'm a complete mess. Yeah, I was hoping that wasn't the case. I've been keeping tabs. I'm in the Discord. I'm rooting for you, but no worse than anyone else in this country. Yeah. Yeah. What were the Canadian hints in Cube? I wasn't aware back then. The Canadian actors, the budget, they all kept saying A. They kept ordering Timbits. The red green quotes that they keep doing. There was like a whole bunch of subtle stuff. The money was plastic. Cube is really good. I haven't seen any of the other ones. I don't think the other ones are as good. Hey Jai, I don't know if I've said hi. Nice fit, thank you. I do the top button undone. Really, appeal goes up +1, doesn't it? It's warm in this room. There was money? No, none of those things were real. Sorry, Solomir. There's no currency in the Cube world. I'm excited to see how SBT broke the meta. D, are you not the SBT? So for those who don't know, a ban list came out yesterday. Hold the phone, elevation now available in French and German, says Tradon. May say it's European French, right? There's no shot that this is like Quebecois curses. Oh, altitude, alors, comment tu trouves mon ascenseur? This is good. That says, alors, how do you find my elevator? Postelona Amar. Are these? I don't know these characters. Is there a French lore we don't know about? My French is not very good, so we're going to do a live translation, and I'm going to be inaccurate, and everyone nice, Diogen as well, how's it going, in the chat will correct me. Postelona Amar, in her last, I don't know what a gorget is. Mags, you know that I can't talk about that. Magdalene smiles from, I'm assuming it's from one ear to the other. Amar, if you please, I would just to know how the team likes the punch. You don't have to tell me. I know something, but not already. This is bad. I can't do this. It's French. Yeah, it's French. I wish SBT hit false lead. You and me both, brother. Il se détend visiblement d'une oreille argentée à l'autre. That translates to form a silvery ear to another. What does that even mean? I'm assuming it's like a French like turn of phrase. I don't know what that is. Argenté means silvery, right? Argent is silver. I know that. My favorite coffee. Never. Ils font le. That's a French word? That's a misspelling in English. That's sick. Really cool. These translations, mind you, I'm assuming the narrative too, but the card translations are all, it's called Altitude. That's sick. Welcome to Altitude. Oh man, I'm going to call it Altitude now, and it's not going to be confusing. That's awesome. But these translations are like from the community. So people like go out of their way to translate stuff and cards. And it's specifically difficult to translate card games if anyone's picked up a bad translation of a card game in the past for many reasons, because it has to be like, you know, correct with not only language, but also with rules language, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Teteric. Pulled T? Wait, what? Teteric is what it's called? Teteric? Oh, that's a thing. Ils font le Teteric comme je l'aime. That's a thing? Izzy, how's it going? What is this? Am I outing myself for not remembering the story? Oh, it's a tea. C'est Teteric, a popular Malaysian and Southeast Asian frothy milk tea made from strong black tea, condensed milk, and sugar. It's pulled tea. That's what everyone's saying. Oh, super cool. Okay, that wasn't French. That makes sense. Te in French is spelled slightly differently. I feel like you talked about the Tarek during the Elevation Lore article discussion too. There's a chance. It's a while ago. I don't know. It's a big part of Moosey Hut's story. Okay, I'm going to shut this down before I admit that I've forgotten a lot of things. Anyways, it's out. And in German too, we can do the whole same thing. And it's called Hoche. That's sick. Anyways, the other news that happened on the website, for those who are not aware, mind you, we did a video yesterday for it. It was the second take of the video. I did the first take and I didn't like it. And so I sat down on a Tuesday evening, started at 9 p.m., finished at midnight. Pretty good turnaround, Andre. But there's a new standard ban list 2510. It goes into effect as of October 3rd. And this is the ban list that Worlds is going to happen in. There's been a lot of, I love the Lumineer song, okay. There's been a lot of discussion about this. Obviously there is. There's been a lot of good content. What have I listened to so far? I've listened to the King's Courts. The article from Kikai was really good. Oh man, there's a bunch of other things I watched. It's been a very, very busy day or so, and it's been fascinating. We did a little recap with a bit of history too. I think there's definitely more we could say about it for sure. I just want to do a little check on folks in chat. What do y'all think about this? In short, Creative Commission unbanned. I think that's pretty buck wild. I honestly think Shapers was in a pretty good spot going into this ban list, and I think you're definitely going to see Shaper at Worlds, which at least that's kind of cool to force some diversity. But like Shaper seems might actually be quite good right now. I think I undersold how bad the Sting ban probably is for Alco, just on the basis that like getting counters and scoring it out isn't terrible. Obviously, the running archives thing, can you just always run archives in Alco? And there's a chance the answer is yeah, unless there's a FUT with 3 counters or 2 counters, you can always run archives. And that actually is a huge downside to the deck. So we'll see if people just start up icing archives with a slightly higher priority than they did, which they still did to some extent. Cybersand Harvester, glad it's gone. Some op decks were running 2, some are running 3, but that card would never have been printed with the new rules, so it just shouldn't exist. And I'm happy about Touch Ups being banned, which is good. Weddy, Montreal Console Alt Art banned is crime. I feel so bad about it, and I don't know if this made it into the cut of the video. I don't think it did. There is a chance out of any of these cards that Sting is the most likely card that sometime in the future could get unbanned. If there's more tech for Alco, if Alco is not the best thing, the only thing you should be doing in a new meta, there's a big chance that Sting can come back. If that's the case, we'll see the Sting alt art, but that's obviously a bummer, but you know, SBT has to do SBT stuff. Run Company's Archives Protection. Hey, Harp. Yeah, that could be great to see you also, by the way. I was like totally, I saw you when you came up at console. I was like taken aback. I'm like, Harp, you're here. And I was like a bit on the back foot, but it was really good to see you. Pathinimus glow up. Honestly, 4-strength Sentry is kind of hard to deal with. I think if Alco gets banned, Sting will be back very quickly. Oh yeah, that too. I don't think we're anywhere near Alco needing to cop a ban. I think it's kind of interesting and kind of cool ID. I would hope that there's something else to it. But yeah, if Alco gets banned, it comes back immediately. I don't think we're there. By the way, the Kong Alco deck replaces Sting by False Lead, and it's really good. What's the Kong part of that? I think I talked about that in the videos. Like maybe you can just play False Lead, and there's probably something to it. I'm assuming you're on Oppo, if not like also other kill pieces. I think that deck is probably going to be more fragile to runners who know what they're doing against runners who know what they're doing. Isn't FUT the big issue with Sting? Hey, Joel, not exactly. I don't think anyone thinks Sting is a big issue. It's more so that it is a card that is integral to the power of a bunch of the other strong Alco cards. So like having small agendas, protecting archives, all the other sort of stuff. Cohort, Moonpool, right? Like all these things need more agendas in play. And so it's a way to like just hurt Alco generally. I don't think anyone actually has an issue with Sting. And like Sting is a totally fine card. It's just more so it seemed like Alco, something had to be done, right? Skong Alco is a name. There was no big issue with Alco. Hey, it's going. I'm so like in the Discord. I'm reading. I'm not writing enough, but like the amount of conversation that's been happening the last couple days has been really, really, really quite nice. Just don't run second click. Okay. You see, I have inherent biases about ice, which relate to the icebreakers I use, and 4-strength Sentry is not that good into Revolver. No. Revolver's like what? Comes in on 2, right? It's not bad. 2 credits. It's not the worst. But I don't know if people are playing like Echelon. I guess if you're playing Shaper, you're probably playing Revolver. This is the most confused I've ever been about a ban list change, I think. Hey, Rohit, how's it going? I don't know if I'm confused. I think things make sense. I do think, and this came up, I know I saw this information, but the sentence about like Shapers struggling to deal with acid decks, and that's the reason. I actually haven't seen this article. I've only seen the version of the article that I used. I think it's the same. I do think that actually Magdalen's win rate against Alco is like the best win rate against Alco, which the idea that Shapers are struggling against damage assets, there might not be truth to that or as much truth as you'd hope. So I don't know. Creative Commission is just like such a wild thing, and I'm excited to see it. I'll be honest. I do think we might end up back on the runner side of the meta. I know I was listening to Brandon on the King's Court talking about how we might end up in like a gotcha meta where now it's more so people are showing up at worlds with their secret tech, the deck that can just like blow a runner up, because I don't know if the assumption is that you just can't be runners on non-orthogonal axes. And I do stressed about that. I do get worried about that. I think Revolver starts at 2 for some reason. I think it is 2. I don't think you have to boost for the 2 strength sentries. Hey, Antoine, I'm a bit late. You probably said it. How are you feeling about this ban list? Not bad. I think Cyber Sand should just go. It's fine. I think something needs to be done about Alco. This is okay. I haven't done enough testing to figure out how bad Alco is because of that, but I think that's actually a hefty change. I'm excited to see this, but I honestly don't think this is necessary, but I think it's going to change the meta for sure. And this I'm just happy about abstractly. So I think I'm okay with it. I'm worried that runners are going to be I'm worried we're going to slide a bit back towards 2504 meta in terms of like side balance, but we'll see. Oh, Revolver starts at 1 for real. So you do boost every time you break in an enemy. Oh, that makes sense because you boost by 2. So that's why you boost once to hit Drafter. Yeah, that tracks. Can CC really be as load bearing as Banhar was? No, definitely not. Like, okay, so SRN, firstly, I think you made a message about those royalty free beats. We paid royalties for those beats. Those are licensed beats. Credit due to the music makers there, I guess. Banhar is just very different. Shout out, actually, Jeff put out a great video just a couple days before the ban list, not about the ban list itself, but talking about this like flat game state, which is something I've heard Safer talk about before. I think it came up in some commentary recently in Montreal. Let me just get it really quick. But the idea with Banhar is like Banhar just gives you such a strong early game, right? Like it opens up everything. You don't have to use icebreakers. You just get in, right? The idea is that the corporation, to keep you out from Banhar, oh no, he has to install 6 pieces of ice and threaten to res all of them before Banhar doesn't, matter, which is not even true. Creative Commission is just a sure gamble. Like it's good. It's very, very good. Very easy to play sure gamble, but it's not Banhar. Banhar is a messed up card for sure. I'll link this video in the description. It's really quite nice. It's Jeff and Safer talking. Yeah. 2 credits for +3 strength. Okay, so you still pay 2. Yeah, because you boost once to hit 4 strength. You break and sell for 2 credits. Yes. That makes sense. Safer's in the vid with the Sengrid. Shout out to Peter H. Yeah, shout out to Peter H. How's it going, Thanos? Always shout out to Peter H. I think Jeff named that video hoping to capture the intersection of Netrunner players and Dan Olsen enjoyers, which is probably close to a circle. I did watch the last Dan Olsen one. Oh, Search of a Flat Game. Yeah. I think he definitely did. I think he knows what he's doing here. It's Search of a Flat Game State. But no, for real, this term was used before that. But it is, I know, I have no doubt that Jeff is a big Dan Olsen fan. Shout out Canada. The video completely dodged the algorithm? No way. Are you subscribed? New elevation tier list win? Honestly, that's kind of been slipping us by. I want to say that Jeff and I can do a recap before Worlds. Like, I think it would be good if we did that. I haven't talked to Jeff about doing it, so I don't know what the scheduling looks like, but we have, 4 weeks to get it done. I think if we're going to do it, we probably should do it before Worlds because then it's a bit of a recap and then we can call some shots for sure. So I'm hoping that happens. I think that would be nice. Peter H is a mastermind, to be honest. He oracled for Brandon last Worlds and built Sokka's BTL. Yeah, I'm familiar with Peter H. I met him last year at Worlds, and he's showed up on like many podcasts. His contributions as like a bit of a, I don't know, I wouldn't say anti-downer in the last King's Court, but coming in and like giving credit where credit's due, and it's quite nice. The real play is to make a tier list for every existing card in Standard. So I think the live stream can only be 12 hours before it just cuts off the front of it. That's the issue, right? I think that's the issue. Today, we're back. Laura is in chat. Shout out to Laura. Laura, how do we put Creative Commission in this? What are we cutting? Okay, first question. Do we play Creative Commission in it? I'm assuming we do because we can. Is it better than Sure Gamble? Honestly, maybe. Hey, Eric. Challenge accepted. I'm assuming we play Creative Commission in this. I don't know if it just cuts Sure Gamble. It's probably better than Sure Gamble. I don't know. I've watched some of these replays so far. Like, sometimes Laura just doesn't have the money. You have my CC blessing. What are we taking out for it? Do not cut Sure Gamble? Okay. You can cut Environmental? I don't know if I would. This seems really, really good. I'm a tier list every card in Standard in 2.5 hours. It's 547 cards. Cut one Enviro. I could see it. Without Sting, say fuck it, we don't need Stone Chip. You could. You could. Trying to figure out like what the meta changes for your runner builds is really, really interesting. Seeing how important Stone Chip is, that we lost like kill combo NBN and then we lost maybe some amount of Alco is fascinating. I also think like floating a tag is now a bit more palatable, which is kind of cool because if you float a tag, you're not likely to just die, which classically against NBN you were. The meta changes for runner builds is do whatever you want. You're better than every corp. Might not be far off. Sting and Tetris is gone, cut some kill tag. Go to 50, send it. Dewi has draw. I mean, yeah, but you want to find the like knick-knack as soon as possible. You're kind of an engine. Also flip a coin to choose Euler and Unity. I like having 2 of each to give myself safety. We played this last week, so we should already have it in jnet. Give me 1 second. Yeah, we do. Undefeated on jnet. All right, so what are we going to do? Let's play 3 creatives, which we can. 16.5 seconds per card. You can't even read some cards in 16.5 seconds. Right? Like, Climactic Showdown has a lot of words on it. Oh my god, Aquaceris crew. You gotta read Adrian Sace in 16.5 seconds. It's not possible. I don't know, Eric. I think you just have to cut some cards. Just don't review all of them. It's like every card besides Cyber Troop Retaliate. And then people will realize. Showdown's easy to rate. I mean, it's a lot of influence. Must do something cool. Do you cut Airblades? Drop Hannah, replace the second Viro with Fermenter. My guess D is like Hannah is just so good because inherently it's tied into our ability of running that I'm not excited to do that. I do think Hannah is kind of cracked. It's also a 2-coster in the context of Hushuk, which like the win condition for Shaper is still kind of sketchy. And so like, I think this is kind of good. Just make shorts for each card. We could maybe do a speed run. What if you have every card text memorized? I'm almost there, I think. Yute? Oh shit, okay, never mind. Cares about things. Cut Airblades and Stone Chip. I think I'm okay cutting Airblades and Stone Chip and assuming that won't be a problem. I like that start. And now we just need to cut one more card. Maybe we cut Enviro. Ritual on the chopping block? Rejigs on the chopping block? No, come on, Laura. Give people what they want. I saw you keep one game against PD. All you had's a ritual, and you're like, I'm in. And I'm okay, let's see how this goes. I love environmental testing. You have all the text memorized. All right, what is the full text of Op, Super Heavy Logistics, Extract, Export, Excel? You just need the gist of it, right? Even if you don't get a ton of use out of Hannah, it's useful to get a single 6-click turn into Leo. It's really good into Leo. Oh my god, Hannah's good into Leo. And I do think there's a chance that some folks are just gonna, you know, go Glacier. Yeah, I'll try cutting one of these. I like this card a lot. I think it's going to be even easier to play with Creative Commission, so I don't love cutting it because this used to be hard to play on turn 1, and it's not that hard to play on turn 1. Tron, how's it going? Yo, I watched the VOD last week and I was so embarrassed. I realized you're coming to World. I was like, I'm so excited to meet Tron, not realizing that we have definitely met before. So sorry for that. I felt like such a dingus. Hopefully you're well. I don't know. I'm gonna play 48. I don't care. We have card draw. Trash can get a thing next. It's mostly that. Corp. Let's go. Psych. Hey, Zelty. Milanomi, how you doing? Mirror Morph. Okay. Maybe Fast Advance? Maybe Prison. Probably Fast Advance. So like Cold Lava List. We could try to cut a non-knick-knackable card. Yeah, that's probably right, which is like, you know, rejig functionally. This hand is really cool. Oh, I forgot we had a Fermenter. So like, not a bad hand. It's like, this would be good if we were playing Glad. This is not amazing in the context of Dewi. We have Sure Gamble, we have Knick-Knack, that's fine. We have D-Zen to Fermenter, which is whatever. But we have to like click to draw a fair bit here. We could like sell our DZ, but it's not very nice. I think we keep this because it's just like smooth. I was a bit thrown off that. I assumed it was just offhand. I'm just talking too fast. It's not good. Zelty Mulligan. I guess we can keep this if Zelty Mulligans, but thanks, you too. 13 turns. It might be. Petty Cash is in the bin. Okay. So I'm assuming this is more like combo, fast advanced efficiency combo than it is like full asset prison. Is Twitch locked to 360p? It shouldn't be. If it is, I don't know why it would be that way, but it shouldn't be, not again. Let's see if we get an ice for this. Oh, Petty Cash is just good to mirror morph. Yeah, it is. I just won't think if you're playing the assets version, that's prison, you might not have the time. All right, illumination, no respect. Okay, so we don't really have to deal with this board, which is totally great for us. So I think we're going to set up. We don't really have an ability. We'd love to draw a Muse. We can definitely do Sure Gamble, DZ Fermenter, so we can draw once. Corporate wants you to find the difference between these two pictures. We'll play it because it's cooler, right? We should always... actually, I don't know. What are you meant to do here, right? Because Sure Gamble, we can only play on 5 credits. We're not going to be on 5 credits for a while, so we play Sure Gamble. This we can always play later. So I think we just do Sure DZ Fermenter, which, like, I'm not in love with this play. I feel like we're playing our hand. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And now we only need 4 more MU to fill. That should be easy with the card draw we have. You can do Sure Gamble, click 1 of turn 2. Yeah, I guess we're not going down on credits here. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe we do just creative there because we can't. Am I okay face checking this? Hagen destroys the fermenter. It's not a huge loss. I think we do. If it's a drafter, like the petty cache doesn't go anywhere, so that's not too bad. I think we can do it. It's likely to be the thing that installs, so we want to do that sooner than later. If it's an MIC and Zelty goes down to 1, I don't think we're too upset about it. This is in theory where you want to play around MIC. But if we hit an MIC, I think we just creative commission, but we really need card draw. Yeah, I think we did the interaction wrong with creative Sure Gamble. Because if we play the creative, the Sure Gamble will be no issue. There's like no way we're spending that many credits. He says and trashes a wage worker. You want to res this one? The drafter, okay, that's fine. All right, whoa, Petty Cash is getting played again. I honestly don't know if a click for 2 credits is that good. It pads HQ, but it's only a click for 2 credits. So cohort? Okay, yeah, so this still seems like the list we think it is. So this is ice from HQ, cohort's in the bin, spin doctor's on the table. Okay, we need to find card draw. Wow, we have 2 fermenters. So we can install fermenter and then creative. I don't honestly think we need the second fermenter. I think we just need a draw. We're losing the DZ value, but I don't honestly think, no, it fills up our MU. We should be just trying to do that, I guess. The order probably didn't matter. We overthought it. Yeah, but I think it's important to overthink it because there will be, a turn where it does matter. I think in the next couple turns there was unlikely for it to actually matter, but there's definitely an order that's better on more board states or in this certain matchup. Yeah, it feels nice. Felt okay. Yeah, I honestly don't know if we're upset. I guess it does mirror morph, so maybe that's not that bad to replay this as a click for 2. So if Zelty installs here, we get a credit. No creative, just draw, save CC for later. Yeah, that also could have been fine too. Maybe just drawing is a bit better because we have more money than we need. All right, so I don't want to go through that anymore. Yeah, I think drawing is a bit better. Ugh. Ugh. We do knickknack, seller, DZ. It's not a great run, so I don't want to do it. I will be happy installing Euler for 1 and then knickknacking the Euler. Otherwise, we can draw and throw out a knickknack. That's also fine. I don't like this. I don't know if we should have kept that hand without any card draw in it. Oh, we're doing some sort of combo? Petty cash, install, advance. This doesn't combo though. There's no wage workers. I don't think this actually does anything. Just draw better. SMH, I mean, okay. I don't know what's happening. Oh, thank God that was Illuminal. So I don't know why the red level happened in there. Oh, because Mirror Morph played it. Okay, that's fine. So we know this is an upgrade. We could face check on HQ. I don't think we have a big reason to it. Did in the wrong order. I don't know if the order mattered because it was operation. No, this is not an operation. It's technically an operation, but not an operation. You could do operation, install, red level, and to get the advancement. I think that was, yeah, the right order. Okay. This is not a good card. We draw once more. I mean, I'm not into this. This stinks. We only have one program to put on the Madani, which is not good. We can install the simul chip. The second creative commission is like useless. I guess we just put that in the knickknack. I really don't care for this. I don't know what we're meant to be doing here. One petty cash out is actually kind of important for the combo play. Oops. Yeah, you can if you like. Why wouldn't you play CC there? Because we don't need the money. Right? Like, we just bought ourselves a whole turn. Going from 6 to 10 doesn't matter. Like, if he purges, it's fine. If he doesn't purge, we crack a fermenter. I don't think we have to play this. Okay, so we can probably sell the DZ here. The thing is we don't have a really good run. We could run the Spin Doctor and this will flush that out probably. We could face check HQ. If we put down the Oiler, we get through Code Gates really cheaply. I don't care if a Hagen eats one of these. We just want to spend money. And at this point, we've drawn through about 15 cards, so there's definitely agendas in hand. So I can just install the Oiler hard and run HQ and then sell the DZ. I think that's what I'm going to do just because I need forward something. Now our MU will be full. Hagen kind of gets us. It's a Hagen. That's okay. He purged. Cool. So we're further away from MU, but we actually could install an SMC run archives just to gain a credit. I don't think I love it. The Madani is getting worse. I think we might actually install SMC run archives. Huh. This is great. We can flip. We can flip now. It's just like not a great run, right? If we run the Spin Doctor, it gets popped. We can do SMC archives. I mean, like maybe that's the best we have, and then we're set up for knickknack next turn. I just think we like, do we SMC for Coalescence, for Muse Coalescence? You consider R&D. If it's a drafter, I guess it's not the biggest blowout because he has no credits. Yeah, it actually probably was better there just to run R&D and risk this. Because if it's a drafter, like maybe he gets back an RLC and then credits and does something. But if he has an agenda on the table, it's hard to score out. Yeah, maybe R&D was a fine push there. And actually take a axis that matters. All right, click to draw. So we can do install credit and then free credit. Not the worst turn. ETF coded. Do you think we SMC for Muse Coalescence just to get triggers? SMC for Fizzarum prop flip next turn. Oh, that's cool. Oh, fully op's good. I think we need to go HQ here. SMC for Fizzarum propeller flip next turn. I don't love the Fizzarum. We don't need SMC on his turn. So our fractors in the list, we have a pressure spike and then we have a propeller, right? Oh no, we have a Gauss, which comes in at 4 strength. So Gauss installs for 2 and it'll come in at 4 strength. This will be at 4 strength if we get it. So we can SMC for Gauss, run HQ. It's a pretty okay single. The board state's not doing anything. I mean, it's okay. We spend 4, we spend 2 to break this. We don't have a knickknack target though, which stinks. So like maybe we install the Madani to sell the Madani. Oh my God, when knickknack makes you do that, it feels awful. We install a card, go down a card in 2 credits just to, I guess you don't actually go down a card, but we'll draw once. I don't care about the Managarm. The Spin Doctor we're not really threatening. I don't think we're doing anything. This is what we need. Okay, so now our MU is super full and we want our plus MU card back. So I think we just like, oh man, this is not good. Because if we install the Madani, we can host, but we're hosting a single card, which like we don't want to be doing. But this is what we need to get rid of. So we probably have to crack the fermenter next turn, install the Muse Coalescence, and then make a run that matters. So I guess we just do Madani, host the Muse. It's not worth anything. So I guess man, this is cursed. Like, is the Madani actually going to do anything in this matchup? Do we do credit creative? Are we on Chesva? No. I mean, I don't like this. Hey, Fourier. I don't know if I'm saying the name right. We are playing the deck list of the week. After that, I'm not 100% sure. We're going to try and build one of the like new meta versions of one of the popular corp decks, I think. Hopefully you're doing well. This has been not a good day we started, I don't think. Switching Muse to runtime install isn't nothing. I just don't expect us to use it for anything. Okay, Spin Doctor was cracked. We're using remote server. To use it for anything important when we have this SMC on the table. You think it's a TH sound, drawing on an old memory? That sounds about right. Okay, so the threats here is this is wage workers, and this is an agenda that has text on it. This is on top of a Managarm. So we can crack the fermenter. Let's just ask for action. I think this deck might have a virus, but we can crack the fermenter. We can pinhole the Managarm. Then we can run this. SMC for revolver. Break this. We should be in a good spot. So we want to crack this first, and then we pinhole. This will draw us a card. This guy's annoying. We, in theory, could like Muse SMC to get a Fazarum. Do we want Azamat here? I don't think I would grab it with the SMC because it's not really like you spend 3 credits to save 2 credits. I'm not sure if we want to grab it. We call Wage on Managarm, cohort Antil behind the unres. That could be true as well. Do we get knickknack by grabbing a Muse here, using Muse to get Fazarum on the drafter? I think I'd rather just have a revolver. So no knickknack. You can sell the Oiler, you want to reinstall it anyways. It helps against Hagen. I also want to consider face checking this. I might have to simulchip the SMC for a barrier. Diogenes, how's it going by the way? I think that could be fair that we could just sell this. So this will be a Managarm. Nice, that's good. Yeah, for 3. So we can just run this. Then we have to grab. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not sure why we're pinholing the Managarm instead of paying 2 clicks. In case we can make 2 successful runs of Dewi. Which we can't, because we're gonna go down on MU. Yeah, we could have maybe just ran it. I don't know. Double click. This is a click in 4. Yeah, it's kind of comparable. Oh man. Okay, let's see. Then Muse Cole to pinhole, crack SMC for breaker, then Muse Cole. Made a mistake scoring that agenda there, told you it was an upgrade. Yeah, I suppose. I'm not sure why that would matter though. Paying 2 clicks forces him to res for 2. Yeah, he does have to res, which is good. That's the wage workers. Okay, well, we have to trash that now. So we could face check this, and the only thing we can't break is a fractor. And then we can respond by go grabbing our fermenter because our money's not good, but we should have Muse coalescence at this point. That's a wage workers. This could be just an anthill or an agenda. It's a tattoo bola. Okay. So if this is an agenda, doesn't need wage workers or not. We get blown out terribly if it's specifically anything else besides Ingatan. If it's like luminal. Are we going to simulchip for fermenter here? Or are we going to simulchip for propeller? We simulchip for propeller, it cost us 3. No, 2. Draw instead of install the cell and knickknack. Sorry? I think we can just let this. If it's an antil, it can fire once, I guess. What do we need the SMC simulchip for? SMC? I'm thinking. I think if it's an agenda, it would go in here. I'm just going to let this go. This is a cohort or an antil. Yeah, you're right. If this is an antil, I'd rather pinhole this than pinhole the Managarm. Yeah, antil. Maybe that's worth chasing down. I don't know the matchup enough. The Tattoo Bola like probably has a target. If we take down the antil, would be cool. I think the deck, how many pinholes are we on? Only 1? Yeah, only 1. Maybe we didn't use it right. It never makes sense to install just a knickknack. No, it doesn't. It's very convoluted to install a card just to get rid of it with knickknack. The card has to be good. The thing is, like, if you install Muse, that's a bit better because it's free and it gives you 2 knickknacks and it fills your MU. So it's slightly better than it looks. Oh, is this combo? This is combo. So wait, this is non-agenda card. We still have 3 clicks. This doesn't seem right. Oh. Okay, we're bankrupt. Angaton with a counter, what's coming back? That's a sick line. We're on 0, so this Antil's really important. We're not using the Angaton. Okay, so this Antil is very important. Now we need to sell the Oiler to get access to Simulchip, unless we want to Muse for Propeller. Which maybe we Muse for Propeller here. We fill up our MU. We don't have a knick-knack target, which like pains me. We're at 2 cost, 2 cost, 2 cost, 2 cost. Not that Hushik here is super important because it shuffles the deck, but this needs to come down. The Tattoo Bowl is going to swap, which is pretty bad, but it's either they swaps. You either get 4 credits or and have no res dice, or 4 credits on a card. Man, Dewey's thinky. We could also just like ignore this and say that this goes off. I don't think we lose next turn. So we could just say get 4 credits on a card. So we could just Muse Coalescence and run R&D and then start a turn off of that. I think that's okay. It gets a Dewey flip, a Dewi flip. I'm okay with that. I don't know if I love Muse for Coalescence, but if we do DZ first for value, we lose the Dewi. Okay. I'm just going to go for the stack and get a Coalescence. We also go get the HQ pressure. Yeah, maybe we just do 2 Shook here and just try and grab a 3-pointer because the deck only has 2 3-pointers. I think that's probably pretty good. And we just go for a 2 Shook. So we're on 2, 2, 2, 2. So we could DZ Hushuk and then we'll see 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, sell that 4, 5. We'll see 5. That's fine. I'll trade a card for some tempo. And we emptied our MU. We're gonna empty it anyways because of this. Yeah, we lose the flip. It's so bad. No, well, we were gonna lose the flip anyways because I was gonna sell the card. Wait, this is I real bad. But I drew the card, so I can't undo this. But yeah, we see 1, 2, 3, 4. You can chip back SMC. I mean, I guess we have to. Yeah, I guess we have to. I don't love it, but it's fine. We can also chip back Coalescence. And that means that we see another card. This flips us, which is a credit. I'll do this because I think we're going to need this anyways eventually. Yeah, this is fine. I don't think we need to see another card here. We'll like 5 is enough. Okay, we got the most important card. So the deck has 2 Bronze and an Antil and a Wage Worker. So we have this. So now we can't lose. Now we're fine. SMC to Muse into Cole. I don't think we need to do it. Yeah, I'm glad to have that one. All right, so R&D is now shuffled. We could go for a single, but we don't really need to. We have another Hushik, so we could go in again. I think seeing another 5 cards here is like kind of reasonable, and then we can run archives at a minimum. I mean, should we always not see 5 cards? Anyway, I don't have the neurons for this. I'm struggling too. We have to respect this Ingaton. I think like bringing back a Wage Workers is a problem. Gotta craft the Antil. I don't think we do. The difference between the Tattoo Bola and the Antil is 1 card draw, and it costs us resources to get it, right? Like it's either 4 credits or 4 credits on a card, and we don't have to do anything. Okay, there's 2 off-worlds in the deck, Nano Management's in the deck, red level. Okay, so there is 2 5/3s in the list. So we're 1 away from winning. Problem is that's all our Hushiks. I'd rather use the Hushik when we're on game point. How's it going, Shenchling? I sleeved up the deck. I'm going to try to hand my non-Netrunner friends any corp so I can play it. This deck? It's a fun one to play. It really is. Like every game that you finish, you know that you've messed it up real bad. Which is like a good reason to play more of it. All right. So again, that's shuffled. So we don't know the top. We have a Dewi set up here because we'll just sell the Muse on minimum running archives. I just don't know what the reach is to score at a 5/3. I think 2 red levels are out. Oh, 1 red level is out because 1 got shuffled back in. 1 fully op is out. Nope, all shuffled back in. Every game you're making interesting decisions, not always decisions regarding the core, but lots of decisions. Yeah, you do have a lot of decisions, which is like kind of nice. Okay, Spin Doctor. So we did double install. How do we lose in server 1? Fully op's good. We're only going to go for credits. We're going to go for cards. Kudos to Laura for playing this kind of deck and multiple cons of brain power required. The thing is, like, and I don't want to downplay Laura because Laura is great, but the more you play this, the lines just come to you. It's the same with the Mirror Morph deck. Like, the lines, when you play it and someone's like, oh, you missed this line, you missed this line, eventually, like, you just understand intuitively. I don't intuitively understand what Mirror Morph does. If you give me a Mirror Morph hand and say, like, you can combo with this, it'll take me a while to figure it out. But the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Like, that's just a cool thing with Netrunner in general. It's, like, super encouraging. So if it's nano management, we don't have a petty cache. I don't know if we have to run this. The thing is, like, I just don't know what the Mirror Morph can do with a single card in the remote server. You have a turn or two. 5/3s are expensive or require pieces. Yeah, that's at least my hope. So getting through this will be 3 strength, so we can get through it a couple times. Playing games makes you better game. More news at 10. No, but like, look, you play you play some criminal. It's like kind of the same thing from day 1 to the last game. Whatever. Don't practice. I think we just need to drop here. I don't want to run archives for no reason. That's fine. I guess we're just running archives for fun because we're in the hole. Even the intuition develops over reps. I misflipped a few times. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. This is a click to draw 2 cards. It's kind of, ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, oh, we're credit short. Because this Hagen would trash the SMC and then we don't flip. We in theory can check this on 0 credits, which I have like no interest in doing. So I think we just do like credit propeller, or we do propeller simulchip if we want to. We're on the bad side of Knickknack. So in theory, it might be better right to just do propeller run archives to set up the good side of Knickknack. I'm honestly not against that. This is free. And then we flip Dewi and we're on the right side. This is doing convoluted stuff for no good reason. There's a really strong gap between players who like playing a deck versus playing opponent. I think there's a reason players who like Bluffy Corpse frequently also like absurdly reg decks. Huh. Do we use DZ? No. Totally free. Strong gap. Okay, it's an antil. Between players who like playing a deck versus playing opponent. I don't know which camp I fall in. I feel like I don't get enough reps against the same person enough. Doing convoluted stuff for no reason, that's entire Shaper faction. I mean, doesn't have to be. Like when Lat gets the +1 hand size, Lat probably did a good turn. I ran archives twice that turn, but it was okay. Playing Dewi's playing deck, playing Crim is playing opponent. Yeah. I think I like Crim. Yeah, I'm in the middle. Okay, now this antil's a bit tense. You can play an opponent you've never played before. No, I know what you mean. Like, Crim is very, very good at that. So we need to Dewi. We need to sell something. So SMC can't really do much with that. How do we Dewi here? Sorry, what do we Knickknack here? I'm not worried about this remote server unless it's nano management. No, I'm not worried about the server. We have to pause here to see if we want to SMC on our opponent's turn. Because then we can spend... Like, we could SMC for a Coalescence, and that is pay 3 to gain 4. And then our MU will be empty, and we can fire Dewi, which is, like, kind of nonsense. The only thing this SMC, like, very obviously holds to us, I think, is Copulation, which seems pretty good here. They've gone through 28 cards. We probably expect another agenda. Any calls in the trash? Kato, how's it going? 1, yeah. So like we could always just overinstall the SMC. I guess we might as well crack it as credit positive if we're going to do that, right? Often the cool thing is better than anything a red deck can do. Like Arzon's Ari is 100% a Timmy deck in that one Worlds. I'm going to do it. Can't take it till all turn starts. So we can face check this. If it's a Brawn, who cares? If it's an MIC, I guess we could have the simulchip down for that. If it's, I think it's more important we deal with the anthill because money's probably more important. So if that's the case, we just run this, we sell the Coalescence, we break the Tattoo Bowler for 1, we trash the anthill for 1, we get a card draw. I think that's probably fine. We'll start there. I don't think this server matters because I don't know if you can score out of 5-3. Chip won't work if you're KKing. Why? We've trashed a card. Muse, okay. Laura, what's this deck like with Conduit in it? So there is a flip. We know there's a Tattoo Bull in hand. We have another DZ. So our MU is full. They need double nano. Yeah, nano. We've seen one in the deck. They probably don't have two. We can run HQ for 1 credit now. But if we want to do that, we want to fill our MU. But as soon as we install another card, we're probably going to need to spend more than 1 credit. So we have DZ pending. I've been trying to make Conduit, but it was too poor. Maybe better with CC. Interesting. What about Cataloger? It's just like a one of. Like a big deal almost. They're probably not on it. Thinking. So, okay, hold on. So we need to fill our MU. So if we do Muse into Coalescence, a classic combo, Andre, we'll be down to, we'll actually be up on credits. So I think we might do that. We do Muse for Coalescence, Simulchip, Run HQ. You hated Cataloger, okay. Because I basically want to set up, I want to make them uncomfortable and then set up a compilation. So this we spend 3, we gain 4, so it's still credit positive. Then we can run HQ for a credit. Yeah, it's fine. Stack or heap? I'm going to go for a stack. Think. No, should be from the heap because I'd be okay drawing a Coalescence. So now we break this for 2 credits. That's 1 credit functionally. That's fine. And then we'll be on the right side of Dewi. I think ending on digital Dewi, who's actually not digital, is kind of the best. Oh, that's not good. That's really bad. I hate to see that. Bats on a single nano will also get a 5/3. Wait, was one of these cards Ingatond? Hold on, one of these cards is Ingatond, right? Wait, what? Oh, this is a Bass. I didn't realize that we knew what this card is. It's a Bass. Oh, so I think we lost, right? I guess we have to run back on HQ. Because this is a Bass we know for sure. So, oh yeah, we're cooked. You have to run HQ for your single here. I didn't realize that Bass was used. We know what this is on the table. Yeah, that's not good. Because if you fire Bass, you install the agenda, you play Nano Manage, but you get advancement, GG. We just have to run HQ and hope that we hit the 1 in 5. Because we 100% lose here unless we can take down Bass, but Bass is top of a Manic Arm. So yeah, we unless we win, we punted it. It's relative. Yeah, I need to pay more attention to this. Oh. Yeah, that's a good question. That moment right then when it's so bad I'm playing online. Yeah, well, normally you shouldn't hang out on chat. Yeah. I guess we go R&D for a single and hope. I don't know. Yeah, we threw it there. We can't break Hagen? Yeah, I found out. I don't know. When cards are used that are not on the table, I feel like I need more of a warning. Maybe you could like email me. This is a 5/3. Good game. That sucks. Yeah, that's totally on us. I don't know how we deal with server 4 exactly, but yeah, knowing there's a Bass on the table, seeing the Nano Manage in hand makes that a lot worse, but you should be able to score at a 5/3 here, no problem. Muse Cup Bass Trash and Retrospect turn. Use Cup. Yeah, maybe. Whatever we did in server 1 that turn wasn't that important. Yeah. Yeah, he has it. I think if that was the play, that our line was either Cup the server or just Cup HQ. And I think Cup HQ is probably the line because we can see 4 cards. We saw 2 of them. We know there's a Tattoo Bola and a Nano in there. But we definitely should have just got Cup and run HQ twice. And then we end up seeing 4 cards, which is probably going to win the game. Yeah, good game. Yeah, bummer. Totally. That Bass is really important to see coming. Thanks for the game. Yeah. A bit of that's a Dewi tank. A bit of that's obviously talking in chat, but we got to figure that out better. All right, let's run it back. One more card draw. Why do we not have as much card draw, Laura? Like, I kind of want the rituals. Almost like jnet needs to throw an alert for certain things. I kind of feel like it does, but more people are a bit more attentive than I am, usually. So I was unable to use the Madani. I didn't find a single Nuka. All three were in the bottom 20. That's not good for us. That would help if we found that. The rejig would have been fine. The ritual actually is kind of fine too. That's okay. I thought you seen the Bass coming back. No, I totally missed it. I realized good game in hindsight. As soon as I saw the like the counters off the Incanton, I'm like, oh, that's bad. And at that point, it was too late in the turn. Because yeah, if you pull the Bass on the table and you have a nano management, which I think there's 2 in the list, yeah, we're pretty cooked. That's really bad. So that turn, I either have to like cup and run HQ twice or take down the Bass. But I think I'd rather cup and run HQ twice. Which by the time that I took down the Anthill and set up all that stuff up, that kind of flew. The Bass should just be visible. Yeah, honestly, I'd be down with that if it was like highlighted. The thing is, like, what's really funny, this actually showed up at Montreal cons. And I hate to say this because the thing that people do, you can't really do. So at some point, I think it was Ian. Ian ran a remote server and it was a Behold in Nebula. And so to be nice, Sokka fired the Behold and then rezzed it and left it on the table. A lot of people do that. If you know where the card is, you might as well res it so they know it's there. But then as the game progressed, Sokka had no cards installed on the table. And Ian was playing Hermes Criminal. So if Ian stole an agenda, Sokka would have been forced to return the bite to hand, which actually has an impact on the game because, not bite, sorry, the Behold. Would have had to return the Behold that was installed in a remote server into hand, but couldn't do it because Sokka respect rezzed it. Technically, that's telling you that you should not res the Behold, even if your opponent knows it's there out of like, you know, respect. So there's technically this like revealed but not res state, which obviously the rules don't support. Nottingham, I believe, is playing like this is full Shinteki RH Glacier, which I have not played in this meta. I'm assuming running is going to be difficult. This hand's good though. I don't know what the agenda suite on this one is. I'm worried it's Sisyphus, which that sucks. I put cards upside down, face up when I want to reveal it. Yeah, that's probably a good way to do it. It was a very important thing to see. I was scared you'd sack HQ. Yeah, I need to run HQ hard that turn. All right, we dying to bite? We can't fill our MU. I guess we do gamble, Nuka, draw, creative. One can hope. ONR expose. Would you say it was a mistake to get the Bass back at the point because HQ is likely to be checked heavily? Probably. I don't know if it's a mistake. If you know I'm on a compilation deck and I have the ability to get it, maybe. But you make a play. That's for sure. A second ice on HQ would, I think, been pretty good at that point. Just write a note. All right. I don't know in the remote server we would have to be really concerned about. HQ doesn't matter. We're getting a credit a turn. We are playing 44, so we're only on 18 points. I don't know what the agenda suite would look like. I feel like we have to be a bit conservative with our resources. Like, I don't know if we want to do Knick-Knack Muse just to sell Coalescence. It's kind of silly. I guess we'd want a Madani here. Okay. No. Double D's that actually puts us away from our text, which is kind of ugly. The one breaker we want down before anything else is Revolver, just so we don't like totally eat ass. It's not a term. Into sites of dawn. I guess we could do like DZ. I really don't like this. Maybe we just do Muse. I want the Madani so we can do Fizerum at instant speed, but I guess we do that with Simulchip. DZ, I don't know what we're doing here. This is the card we don't want to lose the damage. Then I think we can do DZ. I honestly don't know what this is. Like maybe just a Regolith. I have no idea. This looks really strange. I'm assuming it's a Regolith, which is a problem. We could do Muse for Revolver and face check. If we get hit by an Atini, I guess we lose 6. That's not good. Could just be a hard end to run. I'm okay with that. I think Muse for Revolver is actually okay. We'll find out. Gen Suites could be 6 3-pointers. That seems like it would be the list. Oh yeah, I think you're right. It is 6 3-pointers and then a clearinghouse. I think that's probably it. Beans. Okay, well, that's not good. Lost the Knick-Knack. Lost the DZ. Let's see what's in the server. Spin Doctor. Send a message. Okay. That's interesting. We're already on threat. No, we're not. Okay. We lost some cards. There's 6 agenda RH1 on NetRunner. Hey noobs, that looks wild. Looking forward to watching this one because I'm loving the RH decks. I assume this is that, which is like a clearinghouse deck. The big thing for me is that in person, they would have to run through the line out loud. And also I could always ask again once I knew what that card was. Yeah, I would ask. I would definitely ask, but I've definitely like res stuff like that out of respect, just so it's easier. And also if it's on stream, that's important. I think this game is on stream. 5 3-pointers and 3 Regenesis. I guess that's also an option. I do think that Not Again, though, played this at a Continentals and made top cut. So I'm assuming it's that. Now everything's rezzed, and I think this Dewi deck is really going to struggle because every server is going to cost an arm and a leg. So this is the sort of thing where you probably have to set up a Hushuk and set up 2 Hushuks because I think the deck is on all 3-pointers and eventually will die to Clearinghouse. This is definitely not a good matchup for Dewi. I guess we do DZ Fermenter Creative and see what's in the remote server. Because everything is just going to be double advanced, I think. Until like we die to Clearinghouse. Spin. Credit, discard. Okay. So we can contest the spin. I wonder if hand is worth it or not. We would love to be able to threaten to fill up our MU. We're not that bad at dealing with the Vampire Nasa server sooner than later. And if this is an Adrian or Anoetic, I guess we'd want to deal with it now, or more accurately, yeah, we're going to play Setup Shaper for sure after we deal with the Spin Doctor. So if we nuke it, we're on 7, we can run Spin Doctor, install Creative. That's good. Yeah, it's a new ban list for sure. It's not legal yet, but I'm assuming just about everyone on JNet's playing it. Unless there was like a tournament coming up that's in the old ban list. I'm assuming the Man of the Moon thing is in the new ban list, right? The World Showdown thing. It's probably gonna be a huge tournament. So the question is, do we want to get nuke it down or do we want to use our DZ value? DZ, I don't know if Dewi's actually gonna do anything. I think we just do nuke it creative and continue. And then win in 2 Hushuks. Failing Mirror deck might be not too bad of a matchup for Dewi because the deck set up a lot of remote. I would not feel bad playing Dewi into that. Okay, if it's Sisyphus, it's upsetting, so that's obviously an upgrade. Well, actually, yeah. We could actually just drop Unity and charge this. Maybe Unity Propeller charge this. It fills up our MU. I think we could probably do it. Showdown will be on the next ban list. Okay, good. Oh, ban list is on Force on JNet. That makes sense. It didn't yell at us. Yeah, I probably should have seen that coming. So you can do Propeller Unity, run this. That drops us down to 7 credits. I'm assuming we'll just flush out a Charlotte here. Unless it's Lacosta agenda, which I'd be surprised. I think this is a Charlotte. We don't die to Fuji. When SCC was unbanned, I literally had Descending SpongeBob main. I don't know if I know that one. Oh, this is a great server for... Oh, this is Unity. I thought this was Euler. Oh my God, I was so excited for the server. I thought this is Euler. I'm like, this is going to cost us 2 credits. No, it's going to cost us $1 billion. Okay, Not Against on 2. What does Charlotte cost to trash? 2? If we get in, we get a credit. So Charlotte cost 1 to trash? Oh God, I thought this was an Euler. I was so excited for this run. I think we just let this fire and jack out. And then we just hit Nuka. Maybe, yeah, we break some of this because boosting is really cheap. So I think we can let Not Again draw. We might as well, yeah, we'll break a bit of this. So always break that. Break that. Break that. And then here we can run HQ and hope there's no Tattoo Bolo. Or do we run Archives? With only 2 credits, it's not likely this is a Fuji and then we die. No draw. So we have a lot of options here. We could force this issue and break this, where we could break this and have no credits, but then we can't trash Charlotte. We'll be on 1 credit, which is short of Charlotte. But if we like fully duck this, I think this has to be a Charlotte. But if it's a Charlotte, why would you pre-advance it? We'll try. Because the other options we run Centrals, but we didn't draw, so I don't think there's agendas, or we run Archives. Running Archives actually might be worth something. I'll bite. We have the recovery with Fermenter. I really thought this was Euler, which would be a lot cheaper. We don't want that. We're gonna lose our money anyways. I like how it closes the menu when you run out of money. How's it going, by the way, Punch? So Charlotte, we can't trash. We'll still get a credit and flip, which is cool. Could be Anoetic, which will cost not again a lot, and then we could run archives. Could be Adrian, which I think it ends a run usually. I don't know what the text is. Ooh, Managarm. Okay. So this is an agenda. We can now make a run to get a credit. So I'm going to run archives here. I don't think we can die, but this will make it hard to flip back. Oh, it is a Charlotte. Oh, wow. There's points in archives. Okay, sick. So we don't get our flip, but there's points in archives for sure. Otherwise, I don't think we would pop that to res that. For what you want to read a Netrunner card 3 times every time. I mean, it's good that Sting is gone to some extent. Chris, how's it going? Just straight purge. Okay, that tracks. So on 2 credits, we get pressure HQ for a credit flip. I guess we might as well ritual here. I don't know what we could draw into that would get us out of here. Like a creative commission actually would be perfect. So if we could run into Tattoo Bolo, that's fine. Revolver on top of Muse actually kind of stinks. Yeah, that was a good turn for us. That was really, really quite good. Okay. Why stop archives? Are we just going to purge next turn? I don't know. I think just to make it hard for us to run. So we could credit and force the Tattoo Bolo flip on archives. So functionally you only gain 3 credits because the card is flipped back, but not again could discard a card at hand size, right? But we could run this right now, or we could just like play slow. I honestly don't know what's in archives. So I get match equals no touch Adrian, differ only touch Adrian. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no way I'm going to remember that. You said the words, a lot of different words. All right, I think we just set up Hushuks. So we're at 2-2. 2? Not that good, actually. Got some issues. I think we want to run Central this turn so that we can flip. It's kind of ugly. I think we really need a flip. If an agenda was an HQ, it would end up in server 1. So I think I'd rather run archives and see what happens. It's just Caprice. Yeah, Tron, that actually is the thing that has taught me the best. It's just a Caprice. That is the one way I can remember it. But then they should have just run it. It's just Caprice on it. I don't know why they use so many words. All right, Tron's, sorry, not against on 7. Threw out an Empiricist. Okay. How's Mag looking deck-wise with CC unbanned? I don't know, probably good. I'm imagining every shaper got just like agnostically better. ID agnostic. Oiler's going to be sick when we drop it. We'll see what's in this remote server. It wasn't advanced. If it's a regolith, I think we're upset. Do we crack this fermenter to install a fermenter? Discard. I don't know if we discard. Knick-knack. I don't think we do. I think we crack this fermenter, install this fermenter for free, and then discard. Echelon we can discard, we can bring that back. Gauss we want because it's beautiful against Boto for a turn. SMC we don't need. Yeah, that's fine. Fermenter free? Yeah, we just didn't have the MU for it. All right, not again hedge funds. So that was a bad flip on archives. Okay, clown car. So if there's an agenda, it's in here. So all the agendas are probably R&D in server 1. I don't think there's any in HQ unless not again bluffed by not drawing off Ampy, which is like a cool play. But now this is Anoetic Managarm, and so the server, unless we draw our 1 pinhole, it's very, very hard to deal with. We could consider running HQ here. We need to empty the MU though, which is bad. Shred time. Shred into Anoetic is like kind of sick. So we could like sell a revolver and then bring it back not on top of the Muse. So we could consider just saying you have money and we go knick-knack run HQ. The thing is, like, I don't honestly think running HQ is just that good. Just let 4 Vampies fire. I mean, I'm just going to send it HQ. I feel like we need to do our value thing. Buy gun. This might not be right. We might actually just have to play more patiently. We know there's a Tattoo Bowl in hand, so like this flip is guaranteed. Yeah, well, that always happens. That's a good card to have. Now we have to fill our MU. We can install Simulchip. We need to be able to run this in the near future because as soon as you start advancing a clearinghouse, like I guess we pinhole it, but pinholing the agenda feels really silly. As soon as I know I'm playing against Clearinghouse, the fog rises. The red fog. Simul chip has utility. We want to run next turn, but we're not flipped. We could fill our MU and run HQ. I'm assuming, yeah, we're going to just run into a Cloud Eater sooner than later, which stinks. I feel like we shouldn't have given 8 credits on 2 Tattoo Bolas for singles. I guess this is forcing us to do Dewi stuff, which we don't want to do. These is probably not that good. We can always pawn one, which is nice. Yeah, I don't know. Like the fire dice to LEO? Yes. There's only one card that beats LEO, really. I mean, credit, maybe? That doesn't feel right. Oh, that's good. Skunk Void, pensive. I mean, we ever won Pinhole. Oh, wow. So that's every Spin Doctor here. So we need to contest HQ and or Archives. Probably more Archives here. What card is it? That run event. Oh, that's good for us. That's really good to beat Hushik. Not again, knows what we're up to. That run event with the guy on the toilet. I don't know the name. So we can run here. We can sell our Muse. We'll be under MU. We won't get Dewi. Direct access. Yeah, that's the only one. Lucky Charm and Shred both beat it hypothetically. Direct access is the only thing that like straight beats it. Fermenter probably can cook a bit longer. We're going to hit a white space, or sorry, Fly Swatter sooner than later. We can panic back our breaker. Yeah, we need to run Archives here. I'll bring back a Spin Doctor and a real thing. That's not a real card. I think it's actually pretty good right now in the meta. It like beats Outco enough. Moosely Hot is good. It beats LEO, which is good. It beats Bangoon, which like I do think you have to actually be somewhat worried about at Worlds. Slight percent. Do you pinhole Archives? No, I'm gonna keep the pinhole for when they push either an obvious agenda or a Clearinghouse. We only have one, right? Yeah, I think it's too early. I want to take it out on the turn that we drop our breaker. 5 strength. Cogate's bad. So it's either 3 damage, right? Because threat. I think we'll just pay 5. Yeah, we just should not be. It's not a good matchup for Dewi. We shouldn't be running for no reason. So I'm assuming a Spin Doctor. Oh, no Spin Doctor goes back. So unless we're playing another recursion card, looks like the agendas are going back into R&D. Like we're literally going to play the most boring Netrunner. I think a lot of this is also like if your opponent flinches and like gets bored, that happens. So like Muse for Coalescence is not that good. I think we actually do Muse for Fermenter. And then if there's a virus, the game is good. Muse for Zerum? What do we want to Muse for Zerum though? Like Vampire Nasa and Atini are not that good to Fizzarum. I think I might just do Muse for Mentor. Honestly. And just click for credits. He might be on virus. But like this is the most money we can make slowly. Just to shuffle the stack. I mean, sometimes you want to do it. Yeah, Purge, that's fine. Just gonna wait. We can probably just click 4 here. Don't get bored. He's in the state he can just purge. Yeah, and then we can just click for credits. Yeah, this sucks. Staring at the Oiler and the double Vampy remote. Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. I just don't know when. Like, is it this? Because this is only threatening if this is a Lacosta. And if this is Lacosta, he can score 3 points, I think. I think we just let it ride. If this is a Fuji and the Fuji hits the pinhole, that's pretty bad. But I think we can just let this ride. We Dewied ourselves into a corner, which is kind of funny. Like all our MU is pinned down in a pretty ugly way. I think we just like, we can maybe Nuka because we're likely to draw Gamble or Creative. Actually, no, we've played 4 copies. So we could do like Nuka, Hannah, credit. Yeah, that's fine. We got an econ card. There you go. Creative is good. I honestly don't know if we play environmental. Maybe we do because we have the creative. We could do environmental, Hannah, creative. I'm not 100% sure if this environmental is actually going to crack. Maybe because we're not able to run that much. Yeah, it's a Charlotte. That's fine. We can let that happen, I think. Could have MU in hand for Dewi. I just don't like, I don't know if we run a single. If anything, we're running HQ, but looks like there's no Lacoste on the server, so we think it's Anoetic Managarm. Not again, we'll probably try and set up 2, but like, we have to steal half the agendas in the deck. This is one of those 44s with 3 6s. Buckle up. So like we can run HQ for a single here, probably. I think we crack this fermenter. Oh no, we Dewi first. So like maybe we hit a white fly swatter and that's bad for us. If it is a sentry, we have to pull our sentry breaker. I think we just sell the Unity. I guess we sell the Unity anyways, but then we don't get Dewi. Ah, man, knick-knack. If the tattoo bola getting 4 more credits doesn't matter. I think we can go for a single in HQ here. Guess we just sell this. This is better than Dewi flip. No, Madani's okay. Crack from enter sell Muse to bring it back. Do we go through this? Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should crack a fermenter. Well, we probably will by the end of the turn. This is going to act as a fermenter. Cloud Eater, okay. Yeah, this run is actually silly, right? Like, we're not getting that much for it, and we know exactly what's in there for us. So we have Gauss Euler, which is good. I think we just want to host those on the Madani. So we can do Madani, double host, DZ, and just say we're a blank ID. If that's the case, we can just do draw Madani double host. That's a fun card. Do we host the Azamat or do we rather have cards in hand? I think I'd rather have cards in hand. There's no way we're going to install this. The problem with these is like they're very bad to install in our opponent's turn, which like environmental DZ, you kind of want to do it. Purge, I think it's fine with us. So 16 cards in R&D. There could be something in archives. Is Euler for that turn or till the end of your next turn? Oh, it's only for this turn. Okay. So we can run archives for 3. There could be agendas in there. Again, we've gone through about 30 cards and we've only seen 1 agenda. So like they have to be somewhere. I'm not too stressed about installing the Euler because we have, what's it called? Because we have rejig in our hand, which is kind of sick. So we can install the Euler for 1, run archives for 3, click for credits. I mean, it's not the best. Stop it, knick-knack. I'm just like so upset that we can't Hushik. Yeah, I think we should just ignore Dewi. I think we should just play this like Shaper. Throw out Vampy and Cloud Eater, okay. So this is us now. We flipped, which is okay. Cool thing with rejig is that the environmental testing will crack a bit faster than you think it will. Is he jamming next turn? Because he purges, he doesn't Charlotte. Simulchip is okay. I honestly don't know what we're simulchipping for in this matchup. Like probably Phaserum. Muse Phaserum is what we do. Because like it's the easiest way to... It's not even that much better than Euler. Euler breaks a teeny for 3. We'll just do this so that we can rejig our way out. This is a deck of Mitra, Cloud Eater, and Bin is sus. I think with Phaserum, Cloud Eater is not that great. So like, could be Clearinghouse. We don't exactly have enough money here. So before his turn starts, what can we do? He also could have just have a second Cloud Eater, right? So I'm assuming this is a Brawn or a Botu, and then it's Vampy. So we need to rejig the Euler, that's 1 click. We need to pinhole the Anoetic, and then we need to run, and we probably don't have enough clicks. I think we can let him score out the first agenda. The issue is like if he keeps advancing it and it's a clearinghouse, that's when it's a problem. But I think the first agenda we can just let go through. It's going to cost him 3 credits. He's going to get a free ice, but I think we can just let this go through. I'm not sure actually we have to do anything here, do we? Dewi. Yeah, I don't know if we do. If he's pushing, either he top deck this or he's a bit uncomfortable with his hand. So if he scores us, then we can run HQ next turn. We have 15 cards left in our deck. I want to find the cup. Is it ever right to sell DZ for a Dewi flip and KK value? At some points it is, yeah. But here it'll ruin our MU. We have to discard something. But there's definitely some points where the easiest way to get to Dewi is by just selling your MU on the way in. At least on the other side. Because that's the ugly side where it's hard to KK to go plus MU. You can just go minus MU instead. So we're technically on 11 credits. I just don't think we do anything here. I don't care. We'll see what happens. I guess like Fuji to hit the pinhole is the worst thing that could happen to us. Okay. So could be clearinghouse. I wonder if there's a play where it's like advance, and then you play a current or something that makes this hard to deal with, or like a lockdown. Because otherwise, like this is, you know, very clearinghouse coded. We could either pinhole to check if it's clearinghouse. You also can do advanced score, push the next agenda, which also makes sense in this context. So the big blowout is whether we get in here and we can't trash it for 3 and then we die because we have no cards in hand. I think not again is like has interest to make this a clearinghouse blowout. I think you need to side chip the Oiler instead of rejig to save clicks for Managarm. Yeah, I think so. I don't think the rejig on this is actually super important when we can do it clicklessly. We need one simul chip to bring back our revolver, or at this point we'll probably just grab our echelon. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be an issue if this is a barrier, but then yeah, maybe not. So I think we like simul chip for the Oiler. We pinhole archives. Pinholing the upgrade and contesting permanently nukes both cards. Yeah, I think I'd rather do that than just like pinhole and hope. This we run for 3. This is expensive. This we run for maybe 1, but it could be more. I'm going to just hope the HQ is the play. So I think we just pinhole HQ. You can rejig the Muse in hand and then put it on the Madani, and then it's a program you need. You can rejig the Muse in hand? Sorry? To get the Muse in hand? Yeah, but then we lose a Fermenter. Do we crack this Fermenter for 6? Okay, so click 1, crack the Fermenter. Click 2, pinhole. Then click 3, we just hand it the remote server. That's good because then we can also sell the Muse. I think we do that. Cat, I'm doing okay. I'm playing Dewi, so it's, you know, it's a bit much. It's in a teeny. Okay, so we'll... Oh, we had to trash the Oiler because we can't simul chip it. So now we have to use 2 simul chips because I messed up. Yeah, I messed up because we trashed the Fermenter. Now we can't trash the Oiler with the simul chip. So we have to simul chip the Echelon and then simul chip the Oiler. So we have to install the Echelon, trashing this Oiler, which you can do, and then simul chip the Oiler. It's a bit ugly. What if you tank the Atini? It might be alright, but we're going to do this anyways. Like, we're going to need the Echelon down. It's only 3 strength, which kind of sucks, but we'll fix that at some point. We had so much fun flipping last week. Yeah, this is not going to be as fun, this matchup. So give us an Anoetic, yeah. So the only thing we can't break is barriers, but we have Gauss for that. So I think we just handed the remote server, and then we'll have double clicks for Managarm plus. Yeah, it's void. Both 2? Okay. So Gauss breaks that really well, and we can fill up our MU, which is really good. And the rejigs for the Gausses and the Oilers are good. Like, this whole matchup is going to be about these rejigs used well. So we'll Madani for Gauss. So we break this whole server for, like, not a lot of credits. Oh my god, we break the server for 7 credits? That's really good. I really hope it is an agenda. The deck only has, like, 1 clearinghouse. We can discard the Azimuth. Double flip, yeah. The double flip is good, and then we're on the right flip side. And we have a Fermenter, so I think we can just pay 5 here. No, our double clicks, we're not going to do anything with our clicks this turn. It's a Fuji, okay. Kept 1 rejig. Pay 3, go. All right. I get back into earlier Vindicated. It was really, really good. Wenjong. Really, really good. Okay, Purge. Okay, cool. So HQ could have it here. We have 1 rejig. We don't have to do much. Thank you, Chris. There's 11 cards, 1 face down in there. There's still 4 agendas in play, and we're down to 17 cards. These are Anoetic Managarm, so like Hushuk is not the play pattern. So if anything, we could just like go ham here with Copulation, because the chance that there's no agendas in HQ is pretty low. Now, they could be in archives, but this remote server now, the Botu is a bit better, but we have 1 rejig and 1 simul chip left. That is the worst part. Our card draw, we still have our 2 rituals, 1 ritual, and 1 simul chip. It's just like not a good knick-knack board. I think we could eventually just tank this. I just don't want to do it. You can let it score 2-5-3s before you need it. Yeah, the problem is like, Chris, I think he's going to force the lines where we have to worry about a clearinghouse. But I don't think there's anything we do here. Do we put these on the Madani on the coalescence? Like maybe? I don't see how we don't draw unless we just click for credits. Install DZ, click Madani, and then you can start installing coal off turn and selling the DZ. Yeah, it's just like, I don't even know if that's good. Yeah, it's good. There's sure gambles. That's fine. Yeah, that's good. So we can install DZ, empty hand. And Muse is really good because it also flickers one of these. All right, we're back. I'm not worried about single advance, I don't think. If it's a Charlotte, I think not again decks out. We've seen 2 Charlottes. So we don't have to do much about this, I don't think. We could have installed a coalescence on his turn. Actually, we probably should have. We shouldn't have clicked start a turn. Do you mind if I coal on your turn? Allergic to DZ value? Yeah, I just hit start turn. Thanks. So we're doing this on his turn. So we still have a Madonna use here. And oh yeah, that's much better. Forgot you can do that. Thanks. So we will Madani install coal for free because DZ's on his turn. Take the money. Okay. So I'm not too stressed about this. I think it's all about the cupulation. We can flush HQ. We know HQ has, I think, 2 tattoo bolas, or at least 1 tattoo bola, one's here. The Hushiks are really difficult. Run R&D for KK value? I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I mean, like, maybe? What happens if something actually gets rezzed here? Like an Atini? Because we're technically on 9 credits. Not again can fire the Charlotte. I guess the worst would be like a empiricist, but I guess then he's on 2 credits. Yeah, F it. I don't know if this is right, but it's fun. I wonder what's in archives. Actually, checking archives is probably worth something. That's a good draw. But like, I don't think we're getting in. I think I just want to force a res here. Tattoo ball. Okay, fine. Actually, like, interesting to not again res that. So we're just gonna bounce on that. Okay, cool. So we still have DZ Madani on our turn. Our MU is open. We could consider. It's expensive to run archives, but there's something to running archives. Just to get the flip back. The 1 credit per turn like does kind of matter. I think we just wait. We just play patient. Keep a full hand. Double Hushik's good. I'm not doing anything. He has a lot of work to do. The only way we lose is like clearinghouse, I think. I don't think he has enough time. Ooh, it is La Costa. He just does not have a time to score. I haven't played Netrunner for so long. Been working on opening our card store. How's it going, Bagels? It's a new ban list that we just got for Worlds. Okay, this is now actually matters. So if we look at archives, we've seen 1 Managarm, next to no influence. So this could be Anoetic or Managarm. Value Coal? Yeah, that ship has sailed, hasn't it? Yeah, we'll do it. I don't think there's a reason not to. We only have 1 more simul chip. Thank you, not again. Okay, so we can rejig the Vampy. The Gauss breaks us really poorly. It's bad. I think we want to consider running this. We've seen every single Charlotte, so the advanced card on the remote server is an agenda or it's a clearinghouse. Both of those are things we want. I replied with not again. We have 1 more simul chip and 7 cards, but there's no other ways to reflip this. It's more important we flip the Vampire and Asa because it saves us 6 credits. This only saves us 4 credits. Do you have another propeller available for the Botu? No, 1 propeller, 1 Gauss. That's all we got. Every breaker has 2 of each type. It's really, really easy to keep track of. I think we run it. If it's a Managram, we're okay. If it's not an agenda, we run HQ. What's the R&D upgrades? Maybe double coup with Gauss? I'm assuming it's Anoetic Managarm as well. You can install Muse to trash to refresh the propeller. Yeah, you're right. I think that's what we do. So we run this, sell the coal, install the muse on top of the propeller, get the propeller. We rejig the oiler first. We also could just like rejig the propeller, but we have to rejig this. Yeah, I think we have something here. It's bad into anoetic, but what isn't? At least this will force cards and credits out. Excuse me, I'm disgusting. Okay, so that's a start. I don't think we need a gamble. I think we just handed the remote server. If anoetic refreshing the Gauss is better, yeah, I'm hoping it's not. Like, that's the best I got. And if it is, then we just run HQ and then we run archives. Server 1, sell coal. Continue to approach. How much is this to break? 9. 9 credits. Otherwise, with propeller, it's what? The whole propeller? Most of the propeller. So I think we use one of our recursion cards here. So we'll, unfortunately, we've installed the program, so we lost the muse value. There might have been a better way to do it. We'll install the muse, trashing this. We'll go to our heap. Oop, mouse. We'll get the propeller on the muse. We'll break this for 3. And then we break for 2 for 2. Show me an anoetic. It's an anoetic. 2 cards. Okay. So we have a tag, which is fine. I'm not worried about floating the tag. He can't really score out. So we run HQ for 3. We run archives for 3. I think we might just hand it this turn to clear the tag and get a click. And I think we just do sure gamble. We also can like contest R&D if we wanted to, because then you can't res the anoetic here. We can get the fork. I think we might just Hushik. I think we do Hannah, sure gamble Hushik. Can gamble run the remote? Wait, can we actually run it 3 times? Crack to flip. I don't know if we need a flip here. Maybe we do. It's better than the great gamble, I guess. But no, it's not, because there's more value in a longer game. So he can only do this twice more. So every time we run this, it's expensive. The 3rd time you don't need to break the boat to. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually really interesting. So this is 2-4. We have to break this again. This is unfortunately a lot. Wait, we can just we don't have to break all this because he can't fire it. If he fires it, we save money. Wait, yeah, this is really good. So all we do is like sure gamble. It puts us to 11. We run this, we let it fire, and we run it again. We lose everything, but we don't die to Fuji. Right? We just run this twice because he can't fire this. Because it comes at the cost of anoetic. Yeah, and then we keep fermenter. We just say fire. I don't care. Literally, Braun is better here. And maybe you save the Hushiks? Yeah, maybe. Wait, no, he got us. He's not firing it. And so then the anoetic fires again. I mean, that's also acceptable. This costs us more money. This is actually a better line for not again. I think if you use the Gauss instead of the turn, it might have been stronger. Yeah, if we're going to consider running this 3 times, I think it was way better to do the Gauss in like immediate hindsight. But I think we're actually only break this one. Cost him $2 too, yeah. So we definitely Hannah here, I think. Hannah run back, yeah, and then we can also run archives. I technically don't need a Hannah, but I think we just run this now. Take 2 damage, break for 2, win. In fact, Hannah is probably wrong. Hannah Seeker on archives, I think we won't need to. If this is it's really funny, this bow too. We don't get the Dewi flip though. Feels bad. What a game in Netrunner. GG. We win, by the way. It says we're flatline, but we win before that. Yeah, that was a wild game. Thanks, you too. You're on 1 clearinghouse, right? Euler wins so hard. Euler saved so much money. We ran the Vampiranassas, both of them 3 times. We broke them each for Duke, what, 2 credits. It's absurd. Yeah, okay. This is the, congrats on that, by the way. How do you reckon it looks into new meta? That was cool. Yeah, that's a really, really good matchup. I do think you're going to see more like a bit more Glacier stuff. DC definitely fine to unban. Glacier was for sure better than Assets pre-ban. You think? I don't know about that. I think there's a chance that Glacier got good after like we lost Banhar. Someone dies once the jig was up after cons. No Sisyphus. Deep sarcasm. Yeah, okay, cool. That's really funny how the Botu actually like sort of didn't matter. That's really, really cute. Yeah, so there's still like 3 agendas somewhere, so there's probably 1 in archives. Points in archives? Damn, he's clean. All right, everything's in R&D. So there's 3 points in R&D. So like he can't score the Fuji that turn. So even if we're slow, I do think the agendas will pile up in HQ. The thing that he does is like he double advances it so that he can advance, and then when the turn he scores, he jams the next one. So he's not like spent a turn cycle holding an agenda, which is like a good play. If you don't have the second agenda and you think the remote server is safe, you just can push there. Thanks for the game. We had 6 cards. I don't think we've drawn a compilation in any of the 2 games we played. Yeah, that's up next. Environmental testing, we would have fired. I think we want every 6 credit card in the game, in the deck. Vizarim also like probably matters abstractly. I do think it's the reason why the snake got thrown away. But yeah. Cut Unity, play only Euler instead. There's a chance you could do it. Hey, Aurora. Can you control F for Dewi flips? I don't think it was that good, but I will. Control F flip. 1. It looks like it was only 5 flips. Yeah, 5 flips. Not great. And like some of them we went out of the way, and I think we did bad plays. Like I do think we fired a couple tattoo bullets just for flips, and that was probably not the play. I do think Dewi against like assets and like decks where you actually want to literally run every turn, not that bad. But into this, like, no, I'm good. Cool. Chat, how's it going? It's 10:30. What deck do we want to reevaluate from the new ban list? We've already played Shaper with Creative Commission, so I think it's on the corp side. So I'll let you choose here. We can either try and play the same old Alco and change the agenda suite. We can try Nebula and play like full fast events, even like Retribution Public Trail Nebula, which I want to try out. We can play, I don't know if we play, yeah, we can just do pure FA Nebula. Could have flipped 1 more if you clicked Fermenter instead of Sure Gamble. I think it was wrong to, but also, yeah, we would have flipped before the game was over. But I think we just sit on the Fermenter because it is our late game egg. Clearing Houseless Op. Isn't that most of them? Scoring Alco. Gotta be Alco, right? What is scoring Alco? Like Hollow Man? +1 Alco? Egg with false lead, yeah. Nebula kill without touch-ups feels different. I don't think I would recommend it. I feel like you just are gonna really struggle to kill. Well, while there might be less tech, like I just don't know how you beat Steelskin Scarring. I think if I was gonna play Nebula, either I would like no joke build a remote server, or more likely just like play full nano management and just not care. Yeah, I'm gonna try Alco and just put the false leads in and see how that feels. I don't think that's gonna be good. And then after that point, we'll probably try something a bit more ambitious, like Managarm. Yeah, I like Managarm Alco. Kakarembo Nebula Send it. I haven't tried that. That was like the talking point from early in the set drop in Altitude, when Altitude came out. God, that's gonna be such a good inside joke. We're gonna call this set Altitude, and everyone's gonna be like, "Wait, what?" It's gonna be so funny. We'll all laugh. Apparently, it's pronounced Ayuko. Did everyone know that? I didn't know that. You can play Sisyphus Procol out of Ayuko. It does give you Ayuko counters. I mean, you're right. Imagine discarding a card for it, but I guess you're right. I want to play Cats. I was bad at this last time we played it on stream because it's kill. The thing is, like, do you play False Lead in this kill version? I guess you do. I guess you do. Yeah, I'll try it. I think I already have this though. I don't think we won a game with it. All right. Just get that red X out of there. And we'll play 3 copies of Gia Hands Arcology. The only cool thing about False Lead has that who hasn't seen the alt art that FFG put out for False Lead? It's really weird. The formatting is totally different. The art is really good. It's kind of like a punchline card. It's the only good thing about False Lead is that the alt art is so good. False Lead is fine to catch them out when they're low on cards because they touched a stick. Yeah. Corp. Go. But formatting False Lead is so weird. I think the title's in the strange place. False Lead, FFG. I remember it being odd, alt art, but I'm not sure why. Yeah, they don't usually put the title at the bottom. And the agenda points are at the advancement cost is on the bottom. I don't think they did that many agendas in full art, but it's just kind of weird. Yeah, the formatting is so weird, yeah. All the stuff's on the bottom. The alt art is cool, but it just breaks entire formatting for a card. Yep. Maybe I don't feel bad playing it when it's an agenda because the majority of times that people interact with it when they see it in your deck, they steal it. Is the Cronus Protocol one like that? What Cronus Protocol one? Like the 3 cost is where you'd expect to see the points. Yeah, it is kind of weird. The art's fun, and there's like cats on it. I also think the apartment is similar to the Crash Space apartment. I think it has the same sort of, slanted wall. Is that canon? 100%. Cronus Protocol FFG art? Oh no, not at all. Maybe the old one? No, I'm making it up. The ID? They never made an alt art for Cronus Protocol. Oh, you mean the other one, the 3-1 that removes stuff from game. Yeah, the heap one. Crap. What is it called? There was a 3-1 that removes your heap from the game. It's called Cronus Project. Cronus Project alt art. I think it is. Oh yeah, it's also weird. You're right. That was the same era. It was the same year that these two came out. The art on both of them goes hard, and I would guess it's actually the same artist. Oh, this one's Aurora Folney? Is the other one also Aurora? This card had really strange abstract art, and then they printed this, and it's gross. It's not good. Bring that one back. Hey, Molag, how's it going? New player here. We only stuck to System Gateway to make decks. How do we go about adding more sets? There are so many. Firstly, welcome to the game. What is highly recommended at this point, if you're new to Netrunner, is after you've enjoyed System Gateway, the next set that is recommended to buy is Elevation, which is the new set that just came out earlier this year. It's meant to be like the natural combination, the natural accessory to System Gateway. It adds cards to every faction. It opens things up. There's even a format called Core, the Core format, which is just System Gateway and Elevation, and it's a thing that people play. So that's what I'd recommend next. From that point forward, you have 2 choices, and you can go either way. There is a format if you want to play an organized play. Some metas play this more than others, called Startup, which is, again, Core, so System Gateway, plus if you just picked up Elevation. That's why I recommend those, because those are the core of like every format, organized format in Netrunner. But if you play System Gateway and Elevation, if you pick up the last cycle that came out, which would be the Liberation cycle, so that is Rebellion Without Rehearsal and the Automata Initiative, all of those 4 things together make up the Startup format, which is a format of a smaller card pool. The next bigger format is Standard, which is everything, but that is another place that people come into the game. They get Core, which is Gateway and Elevation, and then they pick up, the Liberation cycle. I am maybe a bigger proponent of, instead of picking up the Liberation cycle, is to pick up the Borealis cycle. It won't allow you to play Startup, which could be a format in your area, could be you playing it, but the Borealis cycle is just another nice cycle you can add on top of the core experience that I feel like is a bit easier to glom onto if you're a newer player. It has a bunch of like strong mechanics, and it kind of does some good signposting to build decks, and has some really powerful and very interesting Netrunner cards. I recommend that sooner usually than Liberation Cycle. Liberation Cycle is a bit of a wackier cycle. There's a bit more complex mechanics. If you want to grok that, so be it. A lot of people do, but I definitely wouldn't recommend Liberation as your first product. I would definitely recommend Core first, so pick up Elevation, and then from there you can decide whether you want to do the Liberation thing or you could go into Borealis. Both of those are fine. And very importantly, you can proxy everything at every level of organized play, or whether you're playing with your friends at your enemies at your kitchen table. You can just print cards. They have them online. They're free if you want to. You can print decks straight off Netrunner DB, cut them out, put them behind Magic cards, and just play. So just try things out. You don't have to pay a penny. In fact, it's totally fine. Cool. He's not seeing chat. Andre, please change the image while you pitch our game. This is FFG. FFG was like really messed up. I thought I made a lobby and I was waiting there. We have early rotation scheduled for startup, so Liberation only format until next set launch date. Oh, that's a good point too. Yeah, if you want to get into what's it called? Into startup, the Liberation cycle will rotate out of that in the next, I'm assuming like maybe 6 to 8 months. So just be aware of that, where the core set will be around forever. Hopefully that answers your question. Welcome to the game. Here's the horrible image I'll leave on screen. I do print everything. Okay, if you do print everything, like literally you can't go wrong because everything is good. But I'd highly recommend if you want to print stuff, go get Elevation next. From that point, if you want to grab Borealis or you want to grab Liberation Cycle, both of those are fine. And then at some point you'll have the whole card pool and then you can play Standard, which is what we're doing right now. That's what the World Championship is in. Arisana. Okay, look. Firstly, thanks, you too. But you just gotta let me know if there's illumination. I feel like every game we've respected illumination, it's not been illumination, and then there's just gonna be the perfect con where we're not gonna respect illumination. It's just gonna happen. I like this hand. Wait, Liberation is rotating out of startup? Yes, there's an early rotation for startup. So when the next set comes out, the Liberation cycle is leaving startup. That was a decision because Liberation has been in startup for a while now. Normally it stays in until the next half set and the full set comes out. It's a bit more complicated, but no stress, just joking. I have no ice, it doesn't matter. Yeah, not standard now. Standard doesn't look like it'll have any rotation for years. They have, in fact, not announced the standard rotation plans. I'm worried the new SBL just makes the egg marginally more toxic while centralizing the meta more into tag kill. I think tag kill is probably way worse than it was. Like, I think you can literally float a tag in standard now. You weren't able to do that. I'm not sure. But you see, there is now, dang it. Ashes is the set that's kind of important. Ashes is really important. It's just like, it's not getting you into startup, and I wouldn't recommend it as a first set. Okay, so we have Bladderwort, so I don't want to play Petty Cash. We have FUT, but we can't ice it. We could do Bladderwort, Reaper, Spin. We could open with Spin to get ice. How much ice do we have? We have about 10 ice. Just put on the Reaper. If Lucy eliminates whole hand, she dies. Yo, Ba, how's it going? How do you like the new ban list? I've been missing the streams. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's fine. We just put Bladderwort, Reaper, FUT, and then res some of them. I'm okay with that. I actually would res FUT. I don't know if like Arisana can deal with this on turn 1. If it goes down, we have a Spin Doctor and it keeps her busy. Bladder, Reaper, Spin. Yeah, I'll see if I regret FUT or not. I could see it being wrong. It's nice that buying all of modern Netrunner is cheaper than a single deck of many CCGs. Well, it's like functionally free, but yeah, 100%. You can get an entire collection for less than one card in Flesh and Blood. Ashes is ugly. That's why I'm hesitant to recommend it to new players. It's like the first set that they put out. So the art is not the quality it is right now. And the design is different. Their design principles are different than they are now. That's a big reason why I wouldn't recommend it right away. This deck of Shapers had a card that could bounce back from 1 to 5. I mean, testing or whatever. I swear to God, if Lucy plays Creative Commission. Oh, there is an illumination. It's revealed. Okay, good. It's funny how acceptable this is. Oh, no. Call an ambulance. But not for me. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you always wait for that. I'm very good at that. No. Please take your tag. Hit the petty cash, great. Illumination was summoned in RFG. Yeah, it was shown. Oh, why was it RFG? Oh, it was summoned RFG? Okay. I didn't realize that. Cror, how's it going? So this is just not in the deck. I think this was just a trick. No hate to early NSG. They were figuring out for the first time. It's just such a leap up. Yeah, Aurora, I 100% agree. Like, and that's why I really would wish that all the cards in Ashes, or most of them, do get alt arts. Shout out to like red level clearance. They did Tranquility, which turned out great. There's a bunch of cards that I just would be happier with different art. But it's early. They're figuring it out. Hate everything about this. I am an Oppo deck. Yeah, RLC needs an art for sure. Fully Op also needs an art. There's a lot of cards that could use an alt art. Reaper's coming down. Okay. That means she can't create a commission. I think it's actually more important to hit the Bladderwort because this is a credit. Bladderwort. Hit a Simon chip feels good. All right, let's go. Do we get a full fat plano? Holy shit. Oh my god, we do. Yeah, she's a tag. Let's go. Okay, we're on 4 though. We have to duck this. We are capable. We have a cohort. She's on 0 credits. We have a shitter in hand. So we can install the cohort, which is good. We can get rid of this petty cash. I think we just put a spin on the table. Are we worried about transfer 2? Not much we can do about it. I was going to counter an MTG standard, but their deck's worth more than a few hundred for all modern Netrunner. Oh, create a commission. That's not fair. Res. Do we res Spin Doctor first? I don't think we do. I think we're happy throwing out the petty cash here. We might not even play it because we want to like keep coasting on Bladderwort, but we'll see what the rest of the turn is. So we'll start with the Bladderwort to get some info. Hit a gamble. That seems okay. We'll cohort the petty cash to draw. Top 3, petty cash, Bladderwort, fly swatter. Totally fine. We'll ice up the Bladderwort. Can we duck our credits? I think we're going to end up doing both to see how they run. We need to make sure we don't get transferred, but I think that's fine. Okay, so we can do a see how they run. We can put it behind a tattoo Bola. That's probably better. I think she's likely on break 1 subroutine card. So she can fork us here. If we do second Bladderwort's good. I think this is going to get some heat, but we can't really duck it, so it's fine. Res spin, draw, end of line, win. Shit, you're right. It's a 1 of. I'm not going to mess the whole turn up for the 1 of, but you could be right. We could have won right there. Yeah, we have a small chance of winning straight out. I think I'm going to just set up to see how they run. We take the shot every time. I mean, for you, Ian, okay. It didn't work out. This doesn't count the petty caches, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So we could do see how they run, Botu, tattoo. I think we just do double tattoo. If she gets to see how they run, I guess she gets to see how they run. I don't know if we're upset about that because then we set up an oppo. I just don't want to get transferred. Fly Swatter's pretty good. I think the Spin Doctor's the worst card. It's actually probably Bladderwort. No, because if we res this ice, we'll probably be under. I don't know. You got the double tattoo, which is hype. It's not bad. Fly Swatter actually might have been better than the tattoo, but it doesn't really work with Phasarium. Stone Chip, okay. So we can get this to score it out, to do a core or a net. I don't know why we care about transfer. Clear the tag and helps us get a Bladderwort range. It's, yeah, I was assuming we'd push behind the bow too, which we're not. So I think you're right. So we can get an Oko counter. I think we'll just go for the Oko counter here. So we'll cohort for the Oko counter. I don't think we want the free advancement. I think we'd rather do double cohort to set that up so we actually can like kill off of it. We will trash the wart. Moonpool, Oppo, Anemone. She's on 6. Moonpool's not doing anything here. Okay. So I want to set up double cohort. She's still on 6. Moonpool lets us duck, but not enough. I wonder if we just like do a single petty cache just so that we can res some bigger ice. Trash the Stone Chip. I think you're probably right. I don't mind that. I'll play this here. I'm going to ask for action. See if we can scare her. In theory, we should probably just pause here and wait. But yeah, I'd pay a click and 2 to deny her 2-card draw. This action is too tense. If I was playing on paper, I would just like install, pause, and then say trash. I wouldn't ask. As long as I wait long enough. If she pops it, yeah, okay, I will. Don't tempt me with a good time. We can install the Moonpool for complexity's sake. Second ice is also kind of interesting. Cohort is good because we can double advance this. I don't know if she's going to clear the tag. Then we can install and throw out. Hanse fixes her hand. It gives us, we'll get Oko. We probably won't get Oko next turn. Second ice drops us down to 8. She probably trashes this cohort, right? I don't play a lot of Outco. You might be able to tell. Like, I don't know what board state I'm building towards. Because unless we draw the end of the end of the line, the see how they run push doesn't do much. Maybe we score the first. Running archives, respect. Nothing to do about it. This Bladderwort's not a target. This cohort's a target. This, I don't know what she thinks it is. She knows we're on Reaper, so it's like very more likely we're on some sort of complete image kill. Oh, or see how they run kill. Overclock the remote. Okay, cool. She's getting in here. Second ice on this also made sense. Okay. Yeah, second ice on this actually forces issues where you can't just like hard Arizona everything. If she does put something on this, we do get rid of it if it's like a slap vandal. So she could consider bouncing here and just overclock. I don't know, Muse Coalesce, Muse Facerum, or I don't know what you do here. You're kind of hard committed to this unless you install an SMC and then crack the SMC for something else. If she steals this, she's going to end up getting oppoed. It's ugly that it's oppo. I honestly think if we drew a false lead, we'd score a false lead. I feel not good in the single transfer and single end of line waiting room. Do we have a gaslight? No, we don't. She's thinking. There you go. I'm not sure if you'd rather spend this to trash things on the table. Like, this doesn't matter. This is now a bit harder. This does look like an agenda. Like, it hasn't moved for a while. There's probably like some, you know, Regenesis touch. It also turned off the Bladderwort play, so the see how they run's not even that valuable. Use for Propeller, SMC for something. Azimut? Okay, that's good. We're firing. Cool. How are we doing post pains? So far, so good. We played Dewi with Creative Commission floating. It was pretty fun. Right now, we're just trying Outco and going to put Phosphate in it. Okay, this cohort goes down for free. I don't think we're super upset about it. So now we need to get cards in the bin. She is going to eat an Oppo here. It's a small one though. So we'll do Bladderwort. We'll do Outco, doesn't matter. Cohort, I guess. I wonder if we Hansei? No, I don't think so. Okay. So now installing a single card a turn is really silly. I don't think we should install a card here. If anything, we can like put the enemy in front of server 6. We can advance it once and we can oppo. I think at this point she's just floating tags, so it's all about can we find the piece or not. So we can petty cash 6 advance. She's flirting with death, Mindscaping underline. Yeah, for sure. Actually, we must be on Mindscaping. Yeah, we are. So even the oppo just to give more tags for Mindscaping's sake makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the turn for sure. This forks cards out of hand. It forks card draw for us. So now she has to decide between this, the cohort. Like, there's a lot of issues she has right now. PC's a good card. Kind of can't believe they unbanned it. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised. I think it's going to make more people play Shaper, which, like, unless Shaper is really gross, is going to be more interesting because there'll be more diversity. But yeah, there's a chance that it wasn't necessary. But I don't know. Like, this is what's really interesting. From what I've heard from competitive players who spend a lot of time grinding is like, some people don't like the shakeup because now they have they have all this work to do. And I think that's fascinating. Where some people just want like a shakeup for Worlds anyway. So it's just like not the meta we knew about. It's really interesting. Yeah. Was looking for one. Airblade's Propeller. Okay, sick. She really quite good. So now we're just trying to not die camp. We can res the anemone and not do any of the text on it, or we can keep our credits. This will drop us to 5. The Tattoo Bola, we have no flip, which sucks. Some people them out. I think, you know, many people are saying chronically unable to draw cards. Like, this also gives us an Outco counter if we want to discard a card. Like, we could throw the Fuji out. I'm kind of okay with it. Some people sounded very targeted. It wasn't. It's just like, it's interesting to hear. Half the people I've heard would be like, F, I have more work to do. The other half have been like, cool, let's figure this out. Res for the Outco? Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'll throw out the Fuji. We just need to draw our kill combo here. Yeah, measured's a win. Double Mindscaping's a win. Oh, actually, single Mindscaping's a win, right? All right, 1 card became 3 cards. We have no way of fast drawing for Tattoo Bola. You have no ice. The sentence needs punctuation. It makes me feel twice bad. It's like a, well, okay, hold on. If someone sends you a text message with a period, you're like pretty upset about it. Everyone knew SBL was coming. Yeah, but I think people were actually pretty pleased with the last meta, which like, that's sick. Stone chip. That yeah, okay. We won't spin doctor anything back. In theory, you could spin doctor back predictive, but I think we'd rather just draw it. Okay. We'll start with Alco here because I don't think it matters what we do. Oh, we'll start with Bladder. Okay. I mean, like, install advance false lead, I guess. She can run it. Which moon pool is this? This is like, we thrown at every moon pool. Yo, deck, what the heck? Keep digging? I mean, it's a 1 in 20 to draw it. Like, we can't even draw double mindscaping. I don't think we do it. I think either we install see how they run Moonpool or we do false lead. I think this is just like maybe threat matters. I honestly don't know. I think we just do triple install. We could have maybe res the spin doctor they. Yo, Dan, how's it going? Guy tunneling for diamonds, JPEG. Keep digging. I don't know if I said hi, Gyro. It's just the next card. You shouldn't have shuffled with spin doctor. False lead behind this Phonotria seems fine. I don't even know if we need the Phonotria. Like just Tattoo Bola swap is just good enough. It's almost like the deck got worse. Literally, yeah. This will knock her down. We can't let her have this because it's bad for us. We'll res this and see what we want to do. We could res the moon pool if we wanted to. Oh, we can't. Hold on. I guess we'll just use this one. Yeah, the false lead's kind of useless for this game plan, but she did go tag me immediately. Going well, won $4 from poker with the boys. Spent $20. Boy, did I get those 4. Hopefully that's good. Might as well moon pool there. I mean, I don't think so. We can use this to fix HQ. I'd rather not get all the points in R&D. Like, I'm okay triple advancing this next turn, I think. And as soon as, like, she drops down to 3 cards, we, like, rip it. Roll 2? Okay. It also means that, yeah, she checks these, which, like, now we're wasting her clicks. Longevity Serum. Okay, spin goes back, and I think Moonpool goes back. So we can cohort the Phonotria. We can also just score falsely jam Serum. I'm okay with that. But then she can win off of a single off of R&D, which is pretty bad. Could have scored that false lead last turn. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. Like just putting on the table is totally fine. So we can cohort flip, double advance jam. But if she gets into the server, we're in a bad spot. I wonder if we should prioritize Alco draw or not. Like this happens. We dig for kill? Okay. I'm with you on that. So we do cohort. Dig for kill. I mean, it's not working out. How are you cohort flipping? Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we couldn't. Unless we moonpool. Yeah, we can't. That actually makes that easy. 0 mindscaping, 0 end of line. So we can moonpool our hand, score false lead, ice R&D. Wolf 2, I'm not, I don't want to go to, we're flooding. I don't want to do it. I just want to continue playing the game. I'm going to moonpool his hand away, get an Alco counter. I'm going to jam the longevity. Wolf 2, okay. Chat, well, Wolf. Ooh, look how bad it is. It's awful. Yeah, moonpool, I know, but like, what am I meant to do with this? I hate this. Go. So we can advance jam? You aren't flooded. It's all in your head. I guess we like jam the moon pool and then we score longevity next turn. If she's ever getting too feisty, we just like rug her with the false lead, right? The issue is we have to hold the agendas if we install the moon pool. That's not good. I guess we install the spin doctor. That was not the line. Oh God. I feel like I've played so little Alco. I obviously know I don't know what I'm doing. That was for sure the line. Okay, he doesn't even know what he doesn't even know. You don't have to hold the agendas? No, for sure. Because like if I committed to the moon pool and then she runs, I have to pop the moon pool for no discernible value. Hold on. We have to hit our win button. That was the only line? I mean, we could have maybe... this doesn't matter. Oops. I lose 1 credit. I do leak some information, but... no! Our fast advance piece. Do we oppo for fun just so we can bladderwort it? Thinking? No, I'm kidding. You good? I think she's good. You good? Res Spindo? Oh wait. Yeah, you're right. We probably should. Because she's not gonna run it for Azima. Yeah, we probably should res and check. Too late. We wasted one of her clicks, so it's like we didn't need to. We legally are forced to use this, so we don't lose the game. I don't like this deck. I feel like we're in the waiting room. We are going to be able to see 4 more cards, and we need to find 2 kill pieces. There's 3 and 16. There's also a ton of agendas. You need to draw better. I know, but like I just don't feel like I have a game plan. I'm just like trying to fishbowl for it, and that frustrates me. 5 more cards? 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 more cards. Yeah. Oh, creative. Dropping down to 4 cards. It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter because double mindscaping is lethal anyways. Mandatory draw, cohort guidance, we'll trash the bladderwort. We have drawn to predictive, that's good. Blabberwort, draw 3. Mindscaping, that's good. All right, chat, this is for you. You want to play Mindscaping to look for it? I'm kidding. All right, good game, my friends. We did it. We did it. Bongo Wolf, good game. I mean, 8 cards an already. Let's go. That was from turn 1. The tag was floated. She didn't need to float 2 tags for what it's worth. Yeah. I think you just have to send it centrals at that point and win on points before the game is over. Yeah, I do think she just has to like try and win because at no point in time did she run. Well, she ran HQ once, but like our game is juggling the agendas. I don't think you care about the table because like us scoring out agendas doesn't actually matter. I think she just does the table. You won 1 JNet game. This is now a Diogen certified good tech. I'm glad that you're in on that roast. I'm not in the know. How would that have been different with Sting? Would it have been a different deck completely? Yeah, to some extent. So like the Sting makes it harder for her to check archives because if she checks archives, there's a chance that she ends up taking like 3 or 4 damage, some tenable amount of damage that she'd flatline to a single kill piece. Also, when we score our agenda, it does damage, which knocks cards out of her hand and gives us an outco counter. Like literally any way you interact with that agenda, it pushes us forward. It's also a card we can put on the table and say like, if you run it and touch it, well, you're going to take 2 damage. And then the next time we score 1 and fast advance us, we do 3 damage. Like literally every part of the interaction helps us way more than this false lead, which did nothing. Now the false lead will matter if this is an oppo deck and our opponent isn't floating tags. Figure just throwing them all back. Yeah, I think that's what you take. Deck is really loaded. Oh, hey, Lucy. Yeah, I think you go for the singles. Yeah, with Sting, she can't check archives. She takes damage running centrals. Like it gives us alco counters. It literally does everything. It's really big. There's just something about playing Garsana that pushes you towards playing fast and loose. Floating tags just comes naturally from there. I mean, you're playing transfer. Why not? Hey, Darshan. I'm glad the testing group is getting you on that one. Cool. We have a wolf fairy. All right, it's Pudma. That's cool. We need to ice up R&D. I don't think I love this hand. Stream off. Best of luck, have fun. The cataloger is interesting. It's very powerful for R&D. Just infinite Dr. Nuka is really good into R&D as well. Yeah, it is Wolf 3 and Wolf 1, I guess. I would rather mulligan just to get some annoying ice on R&D so that you can't go for it. Like, you can always bounce off a fly swatter to get like a nuka counter, and it's kind of fine. Maybe this hand, the better thing would be is like cohort fly swatter and just go from there. This hand is good. Into Padma? Did we just ignore Padma? Imagine Padma said a central server. Yeah, for sure. You have strong anti-cataloger tools. We have a lot of shuffle effects. That's true. We have Moonpool. We have obviously Spin Doctors. Been seeing so much Padma today. Yeah, okay. We ignore that ID. I think we're going to regret it a bit. Like, that's the thing is you play against Padma, you put one drafter on R&D. Like, the deck already does fall apart. Yeah. Do you Hansei this hand? We haven't found... Okay, for those who play Aoko, do you Hansei... How do you open this hand? Thinking. So I want to get the cohort behind ice. I'm not convinced the Reaper matters on turn 1. If we Hansei, we get 2 cards that are a hand. The Tattoo Fly Swatter fine. Cohort, ice R&D. Yeah, that's I can do that. So now we're caring about Padma. That's really weird, Ian. Yeah, we'll do that. Hansei gets you your turn 2 Aoko trigger. Yeah, so maybe next turn. We'll see if they're scared to face check now, right? Like, they don't want to use this Nuka. Not that they will, because they're on, 7 cards in their hand. But they can always, like, bounce R&D. Tattoo R&D, no. I don't know if it matters, because no matter what, they're just going to round and bounce off of it. You're right, if they want to make successful runs, we'd rather have the tattoo there. I think there's some truth to that. We throw out the Reaper here for sure. CC is enough to make Anakam good, which is good for Padma because she plays rigging up. Does that make her better than Lat? No. Yeah, I want to see Anakam come back. I like Hansei Fuji on turn 1, Chris, or on turn 2? Because I could see it if we drew something. Like, if we drew any recursion, I'm definitely getting rid of this, the Reaper. I want to get enough money to thread an ice. So we'll cohort the Reaper. Could cohort the Fuji, maybe. That's not good. Not great. We prevented an extra Nuka counter. It was good. Yeah, well, I'm all for ice and R&D. I think he could face check there. Cohort, ice cohort. I guess we just get 2 cohorts and we're ripping our hand. Like, we might lose the Fuji. This is the complexity play. You just stumble to an agenda management. Yeah, we do have 6 recursion cards. I just don't love using a Moonpool like that, but we probably do. Like, I don't see him checking archives that soon. Like, this turn, I guess there's a bit of a Genesis threat. Like, cohort never advances, not a real threat here. Wait, what about this deck just plays for Genesis instead of False Lead? It's probably better, right? We'll start with the Hansei, I think. And then we can do the trigger here. I think we'll Aoko here first. No, I don't think we need a second Moonpool. We'll do this. We should get the information we can't decide before the information we decide. So we should do this first, I think. Okay, this is good. Correct sequencing. Chat delay. Saisentan false lead. Saisentan Fut seems okay. Aoko first, then cohort. We didn't have enough counters. We didn't have enough counters. We were at 1, weren't we? I did it right. I did the best we could. No, you're never mind. Cohort, Aoko cohort is the sequence. Yeah, that's not what I did. I didn't do that. I think we don't need the Saisentan. Should always Aoko first. You have enough counters after the first cohort. I don't think we do, because I don't think there's no way we want the second Moonpool. So I think we want to see as many cards as we can before we have to make the decision. You're right. We could have grabbed a bad card off of this and then Aoko'd it, but I'm not 100% sure if that's correct. You think we want the second Moonpool? Okay, that's my mis-evaluation. I didn't think there was any world we wanted the second Moonpool. This is my play. I don't know if they're going to run. They don't seem like they want to run. You can always cohort the second Moonpool if you Aoko into, say, 2 petty cash you want to trash. Oh, the fact that we didn't see a petty cash really incentivizes us to Aoko first. I think that's the biggest line, is that we haven't seen at all a petty cash. Yeah, for that reason, I would definitely Aoko first. Yeah, Moonpool instead of false lead. I could see that. I'm trying to make a read on our opponent. I don't know if they're going to touch this or not. On 13 credits, they might. But they have 8 cards in hand. Are we whaling? Beans. Okay, they're gonna take some damage here. This board is already spiraled out of control. Yeah. We hit nothing yet. Woof. We hit overclock clean getaway. That seems good. So we're gonna get rid of a Fuji and a bladder ward here. 17 credits. Oh my god. We're on Mystic. I imagine this is an Anacom deck, but like Into the Depths creative. We're gonna Alco first. I didn't learn anything. What are you talking about? Look at top 3. Okay. End of the Oppo we're gonna play. End of line we can't throw out. Phonetria, I guess we throw out. I want more ice because the one thing they can't deal with is ice. Ah, we should have thrown out the Fuji there actually. I would do draw Moonpool Oppo. Yeah, Fuji should have been in the bin for sure. We could have installed this. Isn't a weird board state not to have fully up? I don't know if I ever saw a fully up Alco. Draw a card first? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else we're doing with our third click there, so we'll draw first for sure. I mean, they don't have any way to deal with ice. We've been throwing at all our ice, which might be wrong. I think I'm holding onto agendas too much. With the Moonpool, it's like kind of safe. Open HQ for what it's worth. Fuji install Moonpool Oppo. Because if they run the Fuji, it's like what, 4 damage, but then they're on game point. I wonder if they're not going to run because they ran last turn. If there's a read there, yeah, maybe. Yeah, with FUD, it's really hard, right? Because they take 4 damage. They have a Nuka though. They did have a ritual too. It's an interesting line for sure. I think if I knew our opponent better, I would feel better about that line. If I did it quickly, I think I would be sold with it. Yeah, there you go. Spark for Lobby. Clear 2 tags. Okay. So we can fast advance, install advanced events. We can score out a 4-2, which we don't really want to. So I don't know what we're doing here. I guess we're doing Alco, right? Spin Doctor we want, Boto we want, Predictive I don't care about. Yeah, Fuji would deal 5 net here. That'd be very, very good. Yeah, we could score it so easily too with the double court. Yeah, it's so much better. Okay. I think we do, so this breaks 1 barrier sometimes. Cohort 2 Fuji's here? Yes. I'm gonna do Fuji, Botu, another Fut, I think, or probably just Spin Doctor, right? I think we need to actually ice up Archives sooner than later. I think we should have got 1 ice on Archives. Just because checking Archives is a lot easier than it used to be. And if they check Archive, they turn off Cohort and they turn off Moonpool. Like, it's very, very important. All right, they emptied their Captain Padma trigger. So far, Padma has not triggered. If they ever use this, it's a problem. So they need to figure out how to run R&D before they do anything else. And we actually might not be able to res the Fly Swatter. Okay, so there's no Fujis in the deck. This is going to fire off. Lobby's charged. If we res the Fly Swatter, it purges, but then they have a cheap thing to run, and then they can just charge the Barrier Breaker forever. If we res it, it costs them 1 credit. I honestly think this is worth resing. There's no way we res this. I think it tells them a lot what this is. I don't think we get punished for not resing this. Yeah, I don't know why we'd res this. Maybe 1 credit matters, but it charges Lobby, which seems more important. That could have been a 5 damage access. So now with 7 cards, either they install or they start checking things. All right, cool. So we're going to get some cards out of hand. They lost Telework and Ritual. This is going to do another damage. Can't pretend it's an enemy and it's just not the right hand size. Yeah, with 7 in hand, it could still be an enemy. Oh, excuse me. They can't break this. Could have been Saisentan lost the creative. Yeah, they're probably playing prepaid Annika and Padma, which like, this deck has a lot of run events now. This is like very 2024 coded. I wonder if it's on twinning as well or whether Cataloger is just enough. Okay, they have 2 good runs here they can make. Either, I'm going to say it after they go with their action. Either they have to challenge server 6 or run archives. Prepaid is gone. Okay, that's really good. We can still score this Fuji out. It'll knock them down to a couple cards. And they're like very dependent on cards if they're playing an event based. So just like doing random damage is good. So we'll res the FUT before we forget. We will cohort on Fuji. I don't think we outco this turn because we're just going to do triple advance. If it was shitter, it was lethal. Huh. Hey, do you moonpool this for tempo to jam? And oppo. So we have to moonpool this. Yeah. We draw for shitter with outco. Wait, why? Yeah, we can't score it out. So I think we do this here. I don't think we need the counter, so we're not going to fire this to get outco. We'll res the FUT. We'll start of turn. We cohort flip. I guess we can outco first. We want to find a petty cache. That's fine. So we cohort. We flip. We'll show showing a Reaper is fun. Show a Bladderwort. I think showing a petty cache is definitely the right play there, actually, in hindsight. Because otherwise we're revealing what could not be on the table. We'll play the scene petty cache. We'll moonpool. Trash nothing. Shitter, sorry, see how they run. It's the abbreviation, unfortunately. It snuck through. Shitter wins. Install advanced. Wait, did we have the see how they run win? Install the agenda. Get to advancements. No, we're short a click, aren't we? Yeah, we're short a click on it. We'll still set it up this turn. We'll like push it and then do the fork. So we'll do the Fuji first. We knock out rigging up and creative. We knock out into the depth on one card. We install see how they run server 6. We have an econ issue. And then we'll do a small oppo. Oh, we can do a big oppo? No, we can't really. Yeah, I don't think we do a big oppo though, because I think we're threatening to win with a couple credits here. Yeah, that was a sick turn. That was an absurd turn. They're on one card in hand. Any agenda they touch does a minimum 2 damage, maximum 4. They have 2 tags, which they don't clear. We have Mindscaping end of line. Like, this is a bad spot to be in. It's very hard for them to win off of centrals. Like, that was such a power turn. Oh my God. That turn would not have happened if they ran archives. Oh no, it would have, because we would just moonpooled. They had to run server 6. Yeah, these cohorts being on the table since turn 1 is not going to be good for them. I think here they clear 2 tags, run archives. I think that's the line. They've clicked for 3 cards in hand and 2 cohort on board, big oppo for sure, IMO. But then they can charge server 6? Is that bad? Like, I think I'm trying to keep both 2 credits, which might not be right. So maybe we should have just put it behind an enemy and then just said big oppo. That actually probably is right. Because we don't have to res the Boto, even if we don't want to res the Boto functionally. Can't afford any ice. Yeah, so I think we just put it behind an enemy, or we trash this cohort, put it in the tattoo. That can't be. Oh, that's a cool card. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's cool. Yeah, maybe big oppo's right. End of the line Mindscaping. They hit both of them. Bummer. Yeah, they top decked that. Suddenly in chat, this is bad. They totally top decked it. We have no way to shuffle. We have no way to shuffle. We could win if we draw a FUT, right? We can just win by funding FUT. So we'll start with Alco, because I think we need to get our advancements on this. You have a Spin Doctor in hand? Yeah, okay. So I think we Alco for a FUT. If we install a FUT, then we do advance, they die. You can shuffle with Spin, yeah, but then it's like that's the best that we have. And we also have 1 Mindscaping. So I think we're going to start with the Alco. Because the cohort might go for the flip. If we find a FUT here, we find a FUT here. Okay, never mind. I think we still go for the flip. I guess every kill card we have. No, that's not true. Mindscaping doesn't even kill. I'm not going to go for the drop play. I think I'm going to go for the score play. Maybe that's wrong. It's fine to score here? I think it is. I think we do install Spin Doctor. No, I think we do advanced score install Fuji. Yeah, I like that. And then we are like on game point threat. If they run archives, maybe they get 2 points. Maybe that's the bad thing. Smart play, not the fun play. Man, we have so much agency. This is kind of really cool. So we double advance this. They end up with another tag, and they end up with some sort of damage. We're still good on alco counters. Then we can either install the Spin Doctor like cowards or install the Fuji. The Fuji, they still have to break a Botu, which is possible. It's only 5 credits, but that's a lot of money. We don't have a shuffle effect, so they know the bottom 2 of our deck is good for them. They're only on 1 point. I think we just do it. Why put the Fuji behind an enemy? I think the Boto might be... Oh, yeah, because it matters more about the cards than actually getting through. Yeah, that's totally right. So what is the text on this thing? Give the runner 1 tag. Then play side game. The bids differ, do core damage of the bids. I don't care about the damage. I'm going to pay 0. I don't think 1 core damage actually matters. I'll pay a credit. They won't. Yeah, okay. We hit a cataloger. Nice. So for this, they need 3 cards in hand. That's for sure. Yeah, but I did core damage, so that's pretty good. I mean, like, if the card's going to let me do core damage, I'm going to do the core damage. The credit was wrong. I don't care. I did a core damage. It was definitely wrong. Like, it doesn't matter. Always bid 0. Roll a die, bid 0. I'll be the first to say, yeah, the core damage is not going to matter in this matchup. Good game, I guess? Unless this is exactly a steel skin, which actually would make sense in the Mystic deck. It's not. Okay, good game. Being said, good game. That was a fun one. They definitely have an Orca at some point. I wonder what they thought that was, that they had to run it. They'll probably tell us. Hey, thanks, you too. Yeah, the other line there is we go for the Spin Doctor Shuffle because we know our kill piece is at the bottom. It's a good beans. But yeah, at the bottom we had, that was known. We had a lot of points coming up. Had to take those cohorts down. Yeah, the cohorts from turn 1 were really good. It was interesting. Spark is fun, but not being able to challenge cohorts is so hard. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, the cohorts were the whole game. Are you on Pinhole? I imagine Pinhole makes sense in their deck. We also didn't see their console, which I'm assuming is Onacom, which also have been good. What's your console? Like, I'm actually really glad that we saw this, because I do think there's now just enough events, like Clean Getaway, Creative Commission. Like, there's just probably enough run events for some sort of event-based shape. Okay, that tracks. Event-based shaper. And then on top of it, you can play like Fermenter as backup. The win condition is the hard part for sure. And I guess like Pudma technically has infinite cataloger. I don't know if you need that. Turn 7 and 17 cards left in the deck. That is honestly higher than I thought it would be, but yeah, it's still pretty good. Eggs and beans. Thanks. Hey, cheers. The false leads are like the worst part of the deck. I think this either should be a Regenesis, which has nothing to do with the deck's game plan, or like, is there any 3-1 that we should play? Like Hybrid releases a 2-1, and then we just do like chip damage with FUT. But like the false lead's clearly the worst part of the deck, but our sample size is so bad because, or it's so small, because in all these decks, like the tags were just sticking, right? Like we just forked the tags. You can't play Fermenter as backup in a Spark deck. Oh yeah, you're right. I know last time I played Wolf, I didn't play Spark, but yeah, you can't play Fermenter in this. I just think if you're not playing Wolf, you could play Spark. The Onacom not drawing, the Onacom was not only a lot of draw, but a lot of draw on our turn too, because we were chipping events out of hand. Hybrid release lets you get back the card you trash with Alco, and then you literally draw 3 each turn. Yeah, and then also if you play like powers, you actually do a lot of tempo crimes. It's not the worst thing. And then you like end up icing up your FUT, which not that you don't do that instead of your scoring remote, but like I could see it. I just like the false leads are not doing anything. It's like the dead card, the deadest of card. I don't know. Maybe there's another list that does something a bit different. Maybe our game plan should just be like, hey, Gyro, like jam out as fast as possible and then just get to Oppo. Play more like Hanseis and just like straight get to Oppo 7. We'll see. I think a turn 1 to 4 Onacom wins the game 80% of the time. I could see it being a bigger issue for us for sure. A new ban list, so we're all figuring it out. Gyro Classic likes to play like non-Icebreaker Shaper. So I'm assuming this is that, like Poison Vial Shaper. Which I don't know if the economy is good, but like ice types don't really matter. Tattoo Bowl is really good in that. Thanks, you too. I don't love this hand. Don't care about the Moon Pool. Don't care about the False Lead. Don't care about the 2 spins. I'm going to mulligan this. It got way worse. It got so much worse. Scoring egg with Regenesis is hardly touched, right? Yeah, exactly. Well, no. I wouldn't say hardly, because Sting is still just good in Alco. It was definitely taken down a peg, but it's I would say it's still doable. You can still play Hollowman, which is good. Okay, we could res a FUD on turn 1. We could do Cohort FUD Moonpool. I don't love the Moonpool because it doesn't actually have any text. I think Gyro loves Burner. Like, this is probably a triple Burner deck. So we want Moonpool on the table for sure. We could do Cohort FUD Moonpool. Ugh. Draw Moonpool Cohort. I like how we named the stream after Creative Commission, then we pivoted to playing Corp. We just face Shapers. I mean, everyone wants to play Creative Commission. I think we've seen Creative Commission in every single game we've played. And this will not be different, unless Gyro didn't get the memo. This is bad for us. All right, that's a lot of card draw. If this goes down, it goes down. Turns on Oppo. No Creative Commission in hand. Otherwise, I think you do trash that. All right, what's the card we get out of hand here? It's probably the shitter. Actually, probably Fuji. I don't think there's any way we can give him a Fuji and be happy about it. Okay. So we could technically score the longevity, get Alco counters. Yeah, sometimes you feed Fuji. I think this is what we're feeding it. Would you play Creative Commission outside Shapers? Maybe. I think there's a small chance. I think if you're a deck that doesn't want to run all the time, having another Sure Gamble in your deck that's super playable, that's good into scrappy assets is like totally worth considering. I don't know exactly what deck it is, but I think you would consider it. Okay. So we have a lot of lines here. Alco's kind of cool. So we could install the longevity and score it. Longevity, advance Moonpool. I want to Ice FUD, yeah. Ice FUD Reaper, I like that too, because then everything's protected, and this behind a Saisenton seems like it's a good spot. So FUD, Saisenton, Reaper. The Reaper could set up a combo. If Fuji do 2 damage, activate threat 3 for Oppo is really good. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind this. I wonder if it's the longevity instead of the Reaper. It could be. Like, I don't think we're doing anything with the Reaper, but the longevity we could score out. Can I just be credit res? This is 6, so we're good. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. The Moonpool, I guess, is taxed, but. Saisenton's blank. We technically didn't have to click for credit. Yeah, it's 5. So maybe we could have put something on the table to increase complexity. I would have liked that better if we just jammed the longevity. When did Andre become a PE player? It was like one of my first decks. How's it going, Patch Surfer? Like the first deck that I enjoyed playing and played well when I was getting to the game competitively. He says that, installing his Cronus's. Oh, okay. I feel like this is going to be a lot of counters. We're calling an event here, right? I mean, like that's probably the worst face check. Oh, Arasana. Never mind. I forgot we're playing against Arasana. So like the only thing you can do is Fizzarum, but if you install Fizzarum, you can't trash FUT. Do you splash CC over Clean Getaway? No, but I think you're playing a deck that's playing both. All right, so we can trash FUT. We knocked out Burner, that's good, Spec Work, and Spree. Slap Vendel and a Saisenton, I think we're happy about that. And now we're down to 0 credits. And the cohort will stay. It's been a while since I caught a stream. How you been doing? How you been enjoying the new ban list? Are we Fizzarum punishes? Yeah, if it's a Fizzarum, they can't trash the cohort. Sorry, the FUT, which is not too bad for us. Okay, cards in hand. I think we outgo first to find petty cash. Tattoo Bowl is really, really good. I think now we push to see how they run. We'll get rid of the Mindscaping. No, that's the kill. I guess we get rid of the longevity because we have the Moon Pool. Oh, that's really good. So they have 5 in hand. We could do Petty Cash. No Oppo here would have been good. Petty Cash. See how they run. Tattoo, I guess. I don't even think we need the tattoo. I think this is going to be short in credits. Because if we install this, we get on to 4. That's fine. Yeah, maybe. That's really important. Yeah, the cohort's so much more important than the FUT there. But so this gets the counters on that. To score this out, we need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 credits. So we could just predict it for credits. I don't think they're going to run through this. They could. I guess we could tattoo it. We could have built a new server to save credits, but I think the text on this is good. The only rate limiting thing is credits, but we have a petty cash in the bin, so we're technically a bit richer than we look. Ice up cohort. Yeah, with the Onicum ice up cohort, it's actually probably even better. Yeah, I do like that actually in hindsight, Jolin. Especially when they're like, I should trash. I'm like, yeah. I don't know if they can go to the Saisentan again. On 0 credits, like they can't even threaten to trash that much in here. Yeah, this is super, super important for us. Like, this is what I mean. If this stings in here, like they could run archives and take up to 4 damage. Ooh, poison vial, slap vandal. Okay, now they're going for it, I guess. Oh, tattoo. Okay. Do we win? I think we just win here, right? Live Moss thinking. So we don't res this. They trash the cohort. We do Moonpool, advance, end of the line. If this hits an event, we don't win. This has to miss an event. Because this does 1 damage plus 4 damage is 5 damage. So we could maybe win, but it's not guaranteed. Good enough for me. Credits, we have enough because it cost us 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are we 1 short? We're 1 short. Never mind. We're at 7. Thinking. So I think we just outgo here. Yeah, we're short 1. You're right. Because it's 3 plus 2 plus 3. No, it's 3 plus 2 plus 3. Yeah, but we're short. It's not 3 plus 3 plus 3. It's 3 plus 2 plus 3, right? Because it's 3 for the Moonpool, 2 for the advance, 3 for the end of the line. The problem is we only have 7. It should be 8. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. We'll play the visible petty cash. Okay. So Reaper on the table is fine. We could fun a tree of the Saisentan. And another Moonpool. And now technically we have 8 credits. Maybe we should have got more money there, but we have another petty cash. Yeah. If we want to do the Reaper line, it adds 3 more credits to it, so we need 11. We have 8. Maybe instead of the Moonpool, we should have predicted for 3. That could have been correct. I don't think you install Fun a Tree, and now we don't have a tattoo target. Do you think they run the tattoo? Maybe you're right. I'm just worried about them going through this for 1. Like, why wouldn't they? Like, I think this dissuades this run, which is worth it. Double Ice is a bit of a tell. Yeah, but on 1 credit, like 1 credit, they can charge it. They need, I think, at least 3 credits to charge this. Can you predict it for 3 and use both Moonpools to advance? Do we have enough agendas? No. Backwork. Azimat. Oh, that's good. Yeah, what would the 2 Moonpool things do? Yeah, maybe they charge it now. I don't know. They have a lot of cards in hand, so maybe they just tank part of this. I could see that being fine. They trash the Reaper for 2. They trash the Reaper for 2. Yeah, it's fine. Predict if the second pool saves you 1 credit. I don't know what I'm missing. Okay, this will force them to discard cards. They still can Arsana here. 2 Moon Pools, 3 agendas and archives, 1 in hand. Oh, we have a false lead in hand. Oh, I forgot we had a 3rd agenda. Excuse me. Yeah, so that's why that matters. Yeah, this is exactly the deck I thought it would be. So if they trash this, they go down to 1. And they do. So again, this doesn't do enough damage. This does 5 damage. So we need to pre-advance it once. I hate this. Like, do we just keep putting ice on this? There's no way. You're fine, money up, yeah. They can run this though, right? We've all agreed on that. Oh, FUT's really good. I think we do FUT, predictive. We can trash this Phonatria for a Botu. Maybe that's absurd. The next oppo buries them. Yeah, you're right. We should just play for that. I'm trying to win right now at all costs, and it's like clearly not the line. I guess we do FUT on top of the Botu. They need to check this. This says text, this is text. They have to do 7 damage because likely draw. We need to do 7, yeah. So we need to do we don't even have lethal, do we? Like this never does lethal. Because the most this can do is 4, 5, 6. So unless we miss, like we have to whiff on one of the early damage. It's possible. FUT makes it possible. So I think we just do this and a credit and we res this because they need to get 3 credits and get through this Tattoo Bola. And we have a Tattoo Swap. And the Tattoo Swap is like disastrous for their deck. They're probably on Propeller, but like obviously they can't. They're also on Botchless. There's a line here to advance the shitter and don't res FUT. Yeah, if we pre-res advance the shitter, I think it makes sense. But this is also very good because this also protects everything. Maybe we don't have to show the FUT. That's like a big deal. Like the 1 damage off resing the FUT maybe is not worth the misinformation. Oh, it's 11:30 already? I think just like if people keep playing Onacom or start playing Onacom, like I wonder what that does to this matchup and damage matchups in whole. Because like Onacom was super underplayed in the last meta. And I think now there's good reasons to play this, which has an impact on what corps are going to play or what successful corps are going to play. Simulchip. Ooh. Is this lethal? We could trash for an Alco counter. I don't think we care. Gamer spotted. Jennifer, how's it going? Are you liking the new ban list? This could be lethal. I think it usually is, right? Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is always lethal. Order doesn't really matter. Okay, they draw. Always pays. I'm paying 2. I'm paying 2. They're taking a core damage. No trigger. Good game. Yeah, Stone Ship beats us there. I thought false lead over touch-ups for sure, but we'll see. Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Hey, GG. The Onacom makes it quite hard. It was only turn 6. A lot of decisions in turn 6. But yeah, 7 damage will do it. They could add Steel Skin. Yeah, it's like not super uncommon. I know this deck is on like 3 Botchalists, or at least 2 Botchalists, which is a lot of influence, so I don't expect it in Poison Vial. But I do think there's a reason, like if you're on Mystic, maybe you do it. They died? Yeah, that's 7 damage. If they have Steel Skin, we wanted to do the, I guess the order of the damage doesn't matter because we have to do FUT and to see how they run. Hey, thanks you too. Yeah, but they have an econ issue. We didn't draw one, but as soon as an oppo shows up, like the oppo is going to make the game very, very, very hard because then we already have in our hand mindscaping into whatever. The problem is if they steal the see how they run early, like we want to basically play as much as the game as we can on threat 3 to some extent. So I think we'd do a small oppo and then later do a bigger oppo. Told you I was rusty. Hey, Gyro, good game. I think you contested well. The cohort going early 1 turn, I think actually did matter. Knowing like the kill combo reach in the modern meta is always like a learning experience, but new setup looking great. Thank you. I have a new light coming in. This room is way too warm. This is a flannel, but it's a nice space. It really is. Yeah, not killing cohort was a mistake. Yeah, super, super important. It was like, see how they run and FUT is 3 damage. Where did the extra 4 come from? End of the line, because they have a tag, right? Because I wonder if we can get Netrunner DB to make shitter be a search term. Because this does a core damage and a net damage, or a net damage and a tag, right? And so then once they have the tag, the end of line does 4. So it's 2 + 1 + 4, right? I think people forget about this because it's on a different line. Like, no joke, the formatting makes this easy to forget, but it's the big reason why you play this. What's your real dream ban list going into Worlds? Honestly, I don't know. I haven't thought about it too much. Jason, we could add the short code. There were some cards that have short code. Like, oh wait, no, SMC doesn't have short. No, SMC has short code. It just doesn't show you in the search. Oh my god, it's already there. Jason, it's there. You just have to ask. Some of the cards too that like I think they technically have short code, the ones that have accents, but I think they're just interchangeable. Shitter works. That's really cool. Oh, chat, are there other cards that short code works? Like, can I just search DZ? I guess it does autocomplete, right? What other card has a shorthand that people use a lot? Dream ban list is so wild. I think you have to get rid of Cyber Sand. I honestly don't know if I would touch Outco. I think you can let it play and see what people do to it. I think that's okay. I would get rid of False Lead easily. I think it's always just miserable. Oh, Praxis, that's a good one. No shot. Praxis would be sick if that worked. HHN? Yeah. That's cool. It's really, really cool. ABT? Every time one of those goes through, I get so happy. Yodel? I wonder if YDL works. Yodel works. Does YDL work? That's so good. I wonder who does this. Transfer? No. Doof? Yeah. MR is, I don't think enough. No, like people say MR, but like people don't say MR, they write MR. Doof doesn't work. I'm surprised. Doof is like, no, Doof works, excuse me. Tau doesn't, but people don't say Tau, they just write Tau. Any of the ones that I think people actually say out loud end up in here. It looks like that's what the pattern is. Very, very, very cool. Okay, we'll do one more. I'm quite warm, but we can get one more in. I should just say Toof. Hey, it's Alex. I think one of the big winners from this ban list is definitely has to be 65 cards. It has to be Alex. Hand seems okay. Hey. Maybe it's not caught on enough yet to warrant implementation. MR and Tower are also new cards. Yeah. I guess. This hand's fine. We can Hansei for petty cash. That turns off Bladderwort. So maybe we do something else. Hopefully we draw an asset that we can duck res. KK worked by substring matching. Yeah, but it's literally in the name, right? According to Seb K on the King's Court podcast, either him or Alex are winning worlds now with creative codes unfit. I don't know Seb K is like a Shaper player specifically. Maybe that's ignorant of me. They didn't unban World Tree while I wasn't looking. No, they didn't. But you can play Eternal. Okay. 2 keeps is frightening. If we Hansei the cash, we get 1 Alco counter, but we're so far away from the second unless we Hansei again. If we put the Bladderwort down, we can't duck it unless we click for negative credit. So our 2 lines are probably like Hansei, cash, Bladderwort, credit. See if he checks it. Otherwise, I just want to draw for an asset we can res. That's fine. I'll put this on R&D for like vague illumination respect, but Alex is also like a burner enjoyer. Yeah. I don't love this Bladderwort. Might not be the play. Whenever I think of Sep K playing, I think of Lorax deck with Cubon. I don't know if I remember that. If they could unban Cubon, I think that'd actually be pretty cool for Worlds. Hansei Petty an enemy. I want to like push the board forward to see how Alex will interact. Now, like this is a dead card here. This is where like you could put a sting on the table and get away with it. This seems like a bad start. Lorax was Doof, Conduit, Cubon, Arisana. Huh. Seems fun. I never got behind Doof Arisana or a transfer Arisana because to me it just feels so cheesy. Like if you don't see it coming, you don't make good plays into it, and it just like makes really ugly matches in Swiss. Once it's an open deck list, I think it's interesting, but it's weird. I like it's definitely a very good deck, and I think it's one of the more performant Arisana decks. I just don't feel good playing that. I don't know why. Yeah, okay, I got nothing. We can draw once, then we can Hansei. We just want this to get trashed. I don't like any of this. Nuka Onacom Simulchip, not able to trash a card. Do we like full feed Fuji here? I think we do for Fuji. Big Archer and PD vibes, yeah, kind of. Or like Oppo and HHN and PD vibes, I would say more accurately. I think we just do big Oppo setup. And see what happens. Like we have some of the kill. you feel bad about the surprise factor, tell your opponent at the start of the game. Yeah, but that's also really rude because they don't have to believe you. Muse for Ozzy? What are we musing? It's going to get trash, so I guess you don't muse for Ozzy here, right? You muse for a breaker? I don't know what you muse for. Cole? Okay. So you pay 3 for this. Oppo's online. Can simul chip it though? Yeah, but maybe? Like, for sure, you can. I just don't know if that's a priority. Okay, cool. Chromatophores Rising Tide. And we have a big Oppo here with a Hansei recovery. And we have Aoko. I'm gonna go for the Voto, I think. We have nothing to put on the table. We definitely need an Ice HQ. The simul chip is kind of dead now. I wish we had something to put on the table. We don't. What are we Hanseiing? I don't think we are Hanseiing, right? Like we just do credit Oppo down to 6. I hate that we're not developing the board. Definitely big Oppo. 4 tags is a lot. And we already have Mindscape and Predictive in hand. So there's one card that like just kind of wins the game on the spot. And on 6, we're still like respecting face checks. If the enemy gets rezzed and it doesn't get hushed or airblazed, we go. If you're going to just discard, why not? I don't think we discarded there. We didn't discard. If we're going to discard, we definitely Hansei, but we didn't discard, I don't think. Right? I don't think we discarded. No, we didn't. I think the chat tells you we discard. So this is where like burner is good to like knock out the options from our hand. Prop is good. Okay. Wait, what? Cole? So 2 fractures in the bin. Again, false lead's going to be useless in this matchup. Keeping? No. Full empty Cole. You might be able to clear tags here because we're not doing much. It looks like we probably are going to predictive, and then if we find it, we win. We need to do consistently 6 damage. Unless Mindscaping, we get lucky. It's weird that the more tags you have with Mindscaping, no, not exactly true, but we're clearing. Drawing. Weird ordering there. No Aoko. Rip. Okay, that's not it. Do we ever tempo Mindscaping? It'll probably end up only costing 2 cards. We're on only 4 credits, so we could do Fut, Ice Fut, or we could do Reaper, Ice Reaper. I think we're more likely wanting to do Reaper, Ice Reaper, because that actually wins if that goes through. I don't think we res a Botu. Ritual draw 4. It's a nice way to make it feel better by playing Onacom. Increase complexity. Yeah, there you go, kind of. I just saw the increase and we know where it's going. Maybe the Fut on the table is fine too, but this Reaper means now we have a 5 damage reach, which like, okay. So now we have 2 cards we can draw into that are good. It also does give a 1 Alco counter, which is probably not going to be relevant unless we want to do the Hansei next turn. But I think next turn is Fut, Fly Swatter, Res. Maybe Alex has a window here to clear tags. Okay. Yeah, kind of. We can float a tag. 9 cards in hand, 45 left in the stack. I wonder how many Onacoms. Classically, like, I think at Worlds, Arizona was only playing 2 Onacoms in 50. He definitely got it down in the game that he needed it in the finals. I think it was like slightly late. Maybe not too late. I really wonder what his win condition is. His like burner into deep dive was the thing a year ago. I wonder what he's moved to. Second simul chip, you could use it this turn. There's the burner. So Tattoo Bowl has a flip, which is good. We have one card in our hand that we care about. This could end up losing the Tattoo Bolo, but this forces out, yeah, the Rising Tide. So now we're out 2 simul chips. I hope the Mindscaping stays. F. The 2 cards we wanted, Oppo, Mindscaping. Seeing 3 cards is a lot of cards. Okay, so now we have no lethality. We're not going to fry the Reaper here. We kept the ice, which is good. Man, Burner's been really good today. Very, very good. DZ, environmental's off. Okay. No triggers. Did not trash, technically. Legally distinct ability. Okay, very cool. So maybe we have a window here. Now you can't run archive safely. I guess you know where one Mindscaping is. If we had to end the line, oh, that's fun. That's all his money, though. That was fast. I don't think I've seen a FUT go that quickly. Literally stayed there for half a click. Alex even like, I don't know what he's going to do for the rest of his turn, because I don't think you do that click 1 and then draw. Yeah, just 3 cards. Okay, you can, that's excusable. You're going to get an Oppo, I guess. Just a little small Oppo. Okay, cohort's even better. We'll do draw, install cohort, small Oppo. Okay, we have 3 damage. I wonder if we actually should do a Hansei. No. Just so that we can get to a second Alco counter here. Cohort, Hansei, Oppo. Yeah, I think Hanseiing the second Oppo is fine. The problem is, like, I don't know what the cohort with his hand. Yeah, so we can Alco next turn. That was probably correct. Because I guess we cohort this Oppo. What am I talking about? Of course we do. We could Reaper cohort for Alco and then hope that we draw the one end of line, which is, we know it's in the next 28 cards. That's the cool thing about knowing the bottom 2. The cool thing about playing Burner as well is that it makes it harder for corporations to shuffle their deck when they mess it up. Leech, okay. Do we Reaper here? It's very unlikely. I don't think we do. We'll do cohort. Trash, Oppo, get a counter. Okay, we have FUT. Phonetry on Archives. You think we do Reaper? It frees the server, which is nice. I think we're going to be playing multiple pinholes, so Phonetry and Archives is okay. Reaper could just win. It's very unlikely. It's very likely that he'll end up on 4 cards in hand, and we only have 1 card in 28 there that we draw. Reaper Mindscaping lethal. It only does 5 damage, and it will fire Onacom. There's like no way it's lethal because it only does 5. We have to find our end of line, basically. I think we draw, put FUT on the table. Okay, that's fine. I guess we Hansei the Petty Cache Phonetry Archives? Like, I don't know why this Leech came down, unless we're running everything. Yeah, Reaper's 2, and then Mindscaping can only do 3. Because Mindscaping is per tag, but it's capped. I wonder if we don't want to keep 2 cards in hand because of Burner. Yeah, Mindscaping has a cap. Ooh, cool. I'm okay with this. So if this fires, there's no more tag on it, but this has text on 2 credits. There's only what's it called? I guess through this Phaserum. This is probably just more Alco counters. Okay. Oh wait, it's 4 or more. So there's technically another tag. We hit a Nuka. We hit an Overclock, which drew a card. So we have Alco already. We flipped Archives. Great. But like, there's stings in there. We'd be kind of happy. I guess you don't want to be on 4 points, but yeah, these false leads are like just not it. Spread misinformation about Netrunner. You mean give opportunities for people to learn? Okay, so we could res the Reaper and have it pending. I think that's okay. Because if we find on Alco or Cohort the combo, we win. So I'll just res it. We don't have to use it, but we just have to res it. Otherwise, there's no res window during the middle of paid ability windows. So we'll start with Alco here. False lead, Fuji, retrieval, spin dock, hate all of it. I guess I'll throw out the Fuji. We will cohort, get rid of the false lead, I guess. I have no interest in scoring this. So now we have no reason to do the Reaper. Okay. We can find end of line here. We don't. So if we find end of line, we win, but that's now next turn. So spin doctor's on the table. We could put FUD on the table. There's no Regenesis. False lead probably should be Regenesis, but then this deck becomes more of a scoring deck, which like there's some reason to do that. Here, I think we just do FUD cohort. Just to get as much card draw as we can. Oh, sorry. Maybe we shouldn't res the FUD. Sorry. Counter E1. That's something. For enter to be searched, you can use the first letter of each word in the title of any card. Whoa! Oh, wait, what? What about if there's ties? Like if there's two cards that have the same initials. So you're telling me if I search RF, it'll give me Reaper function. I don't know if that works, Jason. Because it looks like there's only one RF card, but it doesn't show up. Huh. Yeah, me neither. We also can do the shuffle on the spin doctor to get the mindscapings back up. It looks like these decks need a Regenesis fork. It's like maybe the opposite. Oh, that's interesting. Because the Regenesis fork is a bit less strong on the basis that checking archives is easier than it's ever been. So like Regenesis probably got a fair bit worse. Okay, we need this to be a worse piece of ice than it is, but we do have FUT and Reaper and everything else. There is 4 points out of the deck. There's only one more Fuji. Basically, if Alex gets the Fuji or see how they run here, we probably lose. We need to do this damage. Oh, we should have thrown out the Petty Catch for sure. Hit a Unity. Okay. Okay, hit an Onacom. So we're on one card in hand. So you have to jack out here. You die to Fuji. You literally die to any card, the agenda, because of FUT. You have to jack out here. I don't know why Alex is touching. Yeah, good game. Okay, so the FUT was good. I think he's just cooked anyways, but like you definitely jack out there game theory wise. Thanks for the game. The early Onacom is real scary. Yeah, at that point he knows he's dead, so he's just going to do it because like he's cornered in a lot of different directions. But that early Onacom is really, really, really good. There's only 8 turns. So we're definitely looking for the end of line. It's coming up eventually. This turn we draw a bit. I didn't realize I grabbed 100% the wrong deck. Lamau. Yeah. The pared down 65 or whatever. 39 cards in deck. What is this, turn 1? Yeah, 1 Nuka later. I mean, it put up a fight, besides the fact that I ran out of money, which like, that's maybe a big sentence, but the cards are all good, I guess. No, we thought we'd have 100% creative hit rate tonight. All right, so we didn't see creative every single game because Alex queued the wrong deck. It's okay. It's okay. Here's next ban list. Neat. All right. I'm excited to see the next couple weeks. Hey, thanks again for the game. I think things are going to be interesting the next couple weeks. I think we got things to do on both sides for sure. I think there's a lot of runners that are just straight up good already that don't need changes, but it's more so about figuring out what the meta is and like tuning your stuff to their stuff. If the meta becomes like, you know, a higher percentage, not Alco and more LEO, right? Like that enforces changes. And of course, there's going to be the Corp Gotcha decks. There's going to be people still playing Nebula. There's going to still be Alco decks for sure. And I think Op is also still really strong. And you're going to see like, I don't know, mutually shared destruction. You're going to see more rig shooting if you think dolls are going to be around. So it's still going to be a very interesting 4 weeks. Now, until there is the big tournament coming up, which Man in the Moon, Abraham's running a large online tournament, probably will be 100 plus players if I'm not mistaken. People are going to be holding their decks like close to their chest for a while. At that event, I think a lot of people are going to try their stuff. There's going to be a lot of psyops and misinformation, not so much intentionally, it just happens. But it's going to be interesting. Excited to see more FA Neb. Ooh, I don't know. Give me a claw back, but yeah, I don't know. Definitely people are going to play it. I think it's a deck that really frustrates me. The acronym stuff kicks in there if there aren't other matches and no other criteria. Shitter works because there's nothing else matches those letters, but Tau matches a bunch of stuff. Oh, neat. Okay, that tracks. Oh yeah, NANPC Bay Area is this Saturday, but there's no stream, sadly. We're using the new SBL. Oh, very, very cool that y'all are using the new SBL. For those who don't know, it's the last NANPC event this year. For those who are watching, I don't think I shouted out NANPC enough at cons. Apologies, NANPC folks. Yeah, so a lot of points were won. And currently the winner of the NANPC leaderboard, if you're tracking this for the Beans point, is Sokka, who did really quite well. Has probably played at a couple of these events. Seb K, if I'm not mistaken, was the Philly one an NPC event? I think it was that Seb won. Ian's played at I think a couple. Sokka's definitely played at a couple, being on the West Coast. But Sokka right now is at the most points. So I don't know if I don't think any of these players are playing at in Bay Area this weekend. So I don't know if there's a possibility that maybe like Hams could be there potentially. I think Hams is probably closest. Maybe Ghost Meat. Maybe there's a thing. Seb won Montreal. Yeah, Seb won Montreal for sure. But I don't know if Seb won Montreal and if Seb won I want to say Philly, which I'm pretty sure was an NPC event. We have a whole watch article. Oh, did it come up? I know that you were asking around for it. Hold on. I love looking these things. Wait, am I missing? Are there more? No, these are just not in order. Wait, oh, sorry, in the article section. I should have gone here. There's still Philly and Boston. Oh, so the Philly one was just not, it was something else. Okay, so the list is still wild. Yeah, okay, cool. Hey, it's Neil, Night Ride. Whoa, what a photo. From San Francisco Nobel, finishes 9th at Worlds 20, top cut at NPC Boston and Cascadia. It was nice to see Neil at Cascadia. Not Cascadia, at NPC Boston last year. Pictured here shortly after confusing the Mehendi artist at his wedding. Member testing group Logic Bomb. Neil is a diehard criminal player. He probably holds a record for the most top cuts made with Debbie downtown Moreira. Neil is a fan of dynamic board states, and you'll often see him playing Hermes or Rush Op, where he's sure to score above the law and trash the important resource you just installed. Hey, it's Pho, Wikinometry. I think Pho's on the West Coast now. I don't know if that means that Sock is there, but I'm pretty sure Pho moved to the West Coast, right? First East Coast US Nationals 2023, fourth at Circuit Breaker Invitational, first in Pittsburgh District Championship 2025. Pho began playing in 2023. She won her first like major event, being in the game for like 6 months. Very quickly established herself as a top player with a win at East Coast Nats within months of picking up cards. She tends to play more reg decks with no particular favorites, but plays them with skill and precision, honed through regular testing against other great players. Pho's favorite thing about Netrunner is the agency of the game, the choices you can make and you can have over your game. Very, very, very cool. Yo, Mila, how's it going? I can't stay to hang out. It's been a minute since I popped in. Figured I'd say hi. I hope everyone's doing well. And I'm just going to dump a loose pile of good vibes right here before I bounce. Thank you so much, Mila. Hopefully you're doing well too. I really appreciate when you can drop in. Australian players, there's a tournament this weekend in Canberra with the new ban list. Oh, very cool. In Montreal as well, I was going to shout out. There's a GNK, I believe on the 23rd, I think that's on Tuesday. That will also be playing in the new meta. I should be making it out to that. Please see my note above about beans. Beans note, these beans might be recalculated because right now Cons gives more points. Oh, okay. Neat. So I don't know if that's an error, but it looks like the leaderboard will be destabilized. Cons just like inherently give you more points, I guess. Huh, interesting. Because I guess it's attached to like the beans leaderboard, which I do think Cons events are just weighted higher. Ah, cool. Thanks so much y'all for hanging out. It's definitely been a week, and I think people are gonna be pretty excited for testing. I know I got a lot of work to do too. Worlds Maju is just about 4 weeks away. I need to figure out if we're doing merch again. Last year we made some merch, which was nice. We made some buttons and some stickers. If you have any, feedback of what you'd like to see at Worlds, please let me know. We have basically 4 weeks to sort it out, which is basically the window if you're at Worlds, if you want some nice stuff that has Metropole Grid on it in an official capacity. Huge thank you to all these names here and more that support the channel so we can do all this stuff. I shouted this out, mind you, just yesterday. If you want to watch the ban list video, is support like this. We just bought a new place. I was not able to go to Worlds this year, and it's literally the Patreon support that's allowing me to go out to Worlds, to volunteer and do all this sort of stuff. So thank you so much to all these names here and more. Of course, all our daily cast patrons that support the channel. If you want to support the channel, you can find a link to the description of the Patreon. Any amount of contribution is incredibly appreciated. But also, if you just want to take a second to leave a like on the video, that also does just help a heck of a lot. So either way, if you're enjoying the content, if you just want to hang out, that's also a really nice treat. I think Netrunner's biggest strength is the most dynamic 2-player game out there. Joshua, how's it going? Altered is pretty all right too. MTG's big yawns. I haven't played Altered, but Netrunner is very, very special for so many reasons. But it's like 2 players building a jungle gym and running through it together is a cool way of putting it, I think. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thank you. We'll be back on Thursday. I do think we want to do weirder streams at different hours just to catch up because we've been a bit slow on content. There's a video yesterday you can watch, and there's a lot of other content creators who've been putting videos out talking about the ban list. I'll link a bunch of their stuff, even if I haven't said their stuff by name. I'll dig it up and I'll put it in the description on YouTube. So if this video is just ended and you're on YouTube and you want to watch more stuff or fall asleep to something else, there'll be a link of things at the bottom. So go check that out. With that, thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see you next week. Ciao.